Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the live watch along with myself and a special guest who I will announce in a moment for the Norwich away game, the penultimate away game of the 21-22 Premier League season for West Ham United. As always, this video is sponsored in the this stream is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice Norwich and West Ham gear. You'll be saving yourself a few quid, and any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area to put food on their table. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shops, and especially bearing in mind that there's a lot of the Norwich gear is currently on sale, and you'll also be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So guys, we have, as you know, I've been struggling to get everything up to date as in the way that I wanted to, and I've finally been able to do it, and as luck would have it, the fucking streaming service isn't working. So I'm going to have to try and find a very, very dodgy site to do it along. But we've got a very good thing coming up here now. As I say, we've got all the graphics all in HD now. And also we've got something that's going to rival that's going to rival StreamYard, because we can now do, come on, do it. Yay! There you go. Look, we can put comments up back. We've got everything now, so no one ever needs to use StreamYard ever again. But 2 up, 2 down hammers afternoon, John. Thanks for your match review. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. And also, for that matter, Richard, welcome back. Greetings. Hope you're all right, mate. Thank you very, very much for giving your pre and post match thoughts for the Europa League game. And without any further ado, let's talk to our guest, Bill from Garage Football. How you doing, mate?
Hey JP, how's it going, mate?
Stress, as you know, but other than that, I'm all good. I'm always worried when it comes to footy kickoff time, but it's always on top of that. The football the team sheets came out in a few moments ago, so we'll talk about just that in a second. But at the same time, Bill, obviously, for those that don't know, Bill runs his own football channel, as I said, called Garage Football. Links in the description below. Go subscribe to their channel. They recently hit 400 subscribers, which is fantastic news for the channel. Bill and his mates put in a lot of hard work, even though it's mostly Bill on it at the minute. They put a lot of hard work in it. They've got some very, very good content. Go check out their pre-COVID content as well about the England classic football game analysis. Is absolutely superb on there. But Bill, so first and foremost, while I'm putting the details together for the team sheets, give us your thoughts on the Europa League second leg.
Yeah, I think the players put in a real valiant effort, despite obviously going down to 10 men and playing in a hostile environment. Frankfurt are known for their hostility in terms of their fan base, and we saw that in the first leg with their away fans and the flags and the flares and so on. And obviously, where the majority of the crowd I like that on Thursday, weren't they, from a Frankfurt perspective? So it was always going to be a difficult ask, and even more so when one of your players gets sent off with less than 20 minutes on the clock. So, but despite that, I think the players put in a real valiant effort, and the luck just didn't quite go away. It was really really good shift they put in, and but Frankfurt. They're a good side, as they've shown in this competition, and even go back a few years ago when I think it was when Chelsea won it in 2019 when they beat Arsenal in the final. They beat Frankfurt I think it was only on penalties in the semi-final. So they've got pedigree in this competition, Frankfurt, and while they don't have necessarily the star players that maybe Lyon or Sevilla have, or the recognisable names anyway, Frankfurt definitely they play as a team, and that the whole is greater than the sum of their parts. So, and they show that in both legs. So that's a shame. I think with Aaron, Aaron Cresswell was sending off. Look, I think he should just let the player through and back Areola to make the save. And even if we did score from that move, we've still got 11 men. We've still got time to get the 2 goals back. So, but it's very unfortunate. It's been a brilliant journey in this competition. It's a shame it's obviously ended now, but if anything, it should give the players more confidence and hopefully some momentum going into next season as well.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, mate. I mean, as I say, we're still in for a European finish, regardless of what league it is at the minute. Obviously, I know a lot of people are getting snotty, saying, "Oh, it's the Conference League. It's only been up for a year." Well, who gives a fucking shit? It's West Ham. We would, I know it's rhetoric, and we all say it and stuff, and we've been saying it over the last season or so. But guys, we were relegation candidates. We're not anymore. So yes, okay, you can argue that it shouldn't have taken this long to do it, but at the same point, we've got to put things into perspective. As a football fan base, we look at the past all the time, and that's fine. But in order to understand the future, you've got to look at the past, and also to understand the present, you've got to look at the past as well. And to understand, I genuinely think that not everybody. There's always these little fuckwits in social media and all the rest of it, but there's a segment of the fan base, shall we say, that really don't understand how important this season's been. We had a good run in the League Cup. All right, we had a normal FA Cup run, but we've had an unbelievable run in Europe for the first time for 46 years. This is what people can't get their heads around. Is the fact that, and Bill, as we've spoken about in person a few times at the start of the season, everybody was shitting it, thinking we were going to get relegated because we didn't bring anybody in properly in the summer. All right, yes, we brought in Zuma and Vlasic, but we needed a lot more than that. But it's been an A++ season as far as I'm concerned. Even if we finish in the top 8, it's still an unbelievable season. And I just even though there's only 3 people watching, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's get this message out to the rest of the football community. We are doing superb. If we miss out on football, if we miss out on European football, fair enough. It'd be disappointing, of course. But I've seen some fans saying we need it. No, we don't. We need to sort out the club debt and the squad first before we start getting way too ambitious. But at the same point, as I said, very, very, very happy. Now, the team sheet graphics is all up and ready, so let's jump into it. Wrong one. There we go. There you go. That's my prep works. Guys, it shows up how stressed I've been out trying to get everything sorted out. Okay, so in goal for Norwich, as no surprise there, Krul in goal, Matt back for Aarons, Hanley, and Sam Byram at centre back by the looks of things. Very interesting. And Williams being their right back. Sorensen and Gilmer in defensive midfield positions, with Dowell, Lees, Melu, and Rashika in midfield, supporting their top goal scorer. No surprise there, Timo Pukki. On the bench for Norwich is Gibson, Rupp, Placheta, Tizolis, I think you pronounce that, Gunn, Gianolis, Gibbs, Springett, and Rowe. And of course, for the mighty West Ham, not many surprises coming out here, apart from obviously the main man in the photograph. Fabianski in goal, with a back four: Stufal, Dawson, Zuma, and Creswell. Rice is the only defensive midfield here, so that's a bit of a shock. Bowen, Lanzini, Benrahma, and Fornals in midfield, supporting Antonio. Up front and on the bench is Areola, Vlasic, Yarmolenko, Fredericks, Masuaku, Socek, Johnson, and Kraut. So, Bill, your thoughts on the team sheet, mate?
Yeah, quite happy. I think we've gone strong as we should. There's only 3 games to go, and I think the Brighton's win over Man United yesterday was absolutely incredible, but also obviously benefits us because we've got the 2 games in hand now on United. United are in 6th, they're on 58 points, and they've got 1 more game to go and we're 52 points. So we win today, we'll be on 55 points with a game in hand. So yeah, this is it pretty at the start of the week probably wasn't seen as a vital game, but now obviously going out on Thursday and with Man United's heavy defeat yesterday, I mean this is a real key game now. So I think it's no surprise Moyes has gone strong, and it's not a great surprise that one of Rice or Souček is on the bench, because Norwich's midfield are not known for their sort of tenacity and strength in midfield. They're playing Sorensen and Gilmore in midfield, who are more sort of technical players. So that's why Rice is playing, and either one of, I would imagine, Lanzini or Fornals will play alongside him in the centre of the park. So I think it's a very, I think it's a decent enough lineup, and sort of sums up the team we're playing today, who are obviously relegated and bottom of the league.
Exactly. So, Bill, that's Darren saying hello to both of us. Hello, Darren. Long time no see, mate. Good evening. Good evening, because he's all the way over in Thailand. So, there you go. Yeah. So, Yeah, I agree. It is for me. I'm personally shocked having Rice as a defensive midfielder on his own, but at the same point, I agree with you 100%. Congratulations, Bill, on the 400. Says Darren.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
But we yeah, it was so I can kind of get the idea of resting Souček because obviously bring him on at some point in the second half, or and also we need his legs fully fit for next Sunday when we're playing Man City at home. But it was a bit of a surprise, shall we say, to see. Well, yeah, I'll say with more of a surprise than the shock with a 4-1. But again, totally understandable. I wouldn't say this game was a very odds on to get the 3 points. Granted, they are relegated, but I just think they're going to surprise us. I really do. I can't see Antonio getting 4 goals like he did the last time we played him at home towards the end of the season. Really can't see it. But again, I want to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. So in general, Bill, what are your thoughts on Norwich and this campaign?
Yeah, look, I think they've been better than they were last time round. But the quality in their squad is still of a championship standard. It was like that when they were up last time, and it's still the same now. Even though they've spent a bit more money, I don't think the signings they've made have really improved them at any stage, and hence why they're bottom of the league. So I think they're going to continue to be this yo-yo club between the Premier League and the Championship unless they sort of maybe increase their wages or try and break the bank a little bit, because they're one of those clubs where a bit like probably West Brom were in the mid 2000s, where they're too good for the Championship but not good enough for the Premier League, and this is just going to keep happening for them unless they bring some like a whole raft of brilliant youngsters through, or they change their transfer strategy to their strategy's been good enough for the Championship, getting someone like Timo Pukki, who was a sort of an average journeyman, basically. He's turned him into a prolific, Championship player. He's done very well this season. He's got 10 goals in the league, which is very, very good for a team that don't score that much. He's done brilliantly, but apart from that, no one else has really stood out for them. So even the players on loan, like Williams and Gilmore, haven't really, from what I've seen, haven't really shone. And from what I've read as well, haven't really shone that much this season. So everyone's got, when you're a team like Norwich, everyone's got to be firing on all cylinders if you're going to have a chance. And they've improved a little bit with Dean Smith in charge, but even Dean Smith is a very capable manager. He's shown that Brentford and Aston Villa, even he can't perform miracles. You look at Sam Allardyce when he was in charge of West Brom last season, even he couldn't keep them up. So, but I think with him in charge next season, again, it wouldn't be a surprise if they're right up there for promotion again next season. But you always felt that even before the season started, they were going to be a bit short, and that's proven with their performances and obviously the points they've got so far.
Absolutely, mate. Completely agree. It shocked me last night on Match of the Day when they said that Brentford have got the combined goals, combined points, I should say, of Norwich and Watford together, and all those three came up at the same time. I mean, Brentford have been absolutely superb, and like I said in the preview, you're absolutely spot on there, mate. Like I said in the preview, the only players that really spring out to mind, with the exception of our old academy graduate, or well, not even an academy graduate, we bought him from Leeds, Sam Byram. The only other two, when you think of Norwich, there's only really two players that stick out in your head. It's Tim Krul and Timo Pukki. That's it. It's a real shame, because I saw a lot of potential in Billy Gilmore, a lot of potential at the start of the season, but he's just not strong enough. He really isn't strong enough. He hasn't got the nous there. Granted, he's on loan from Chelsea for the season, but I kind of thought there was going to be a real good player in there. He certainly showed the sides of it at the first couple of games of the season, but yeah, they've dropped off massively. Max Aarons, again, is a player that we've been linked to over the last few seasons. Up until they got relegated, and funny that since Ben Johnson and Sue Fowler have come through, that room has gone totally quiet now.
Yeah, even Aaron's. I mean, like, he's, from what I've seen, his form's been okay, but not. I mean, Norwich fans will be able to say for certain, but like he's when he was last in the Prem with Puk and the other players, he was doing with Barcelona at one stage.
Exactly.
I mean, and he still hasn't moved on, and none of the other clubs have touched him. So maybe his form's dipped off more than sort of expected. And I think Todd Cantwell as well was hardly played this season, who was a revelation like a couple of seasons ago. But I think Daniel Farker had barely played him at the start of the season, and I'm not really. Is he even at the club now? I don't know if he's on loan or whatever. But
No idea, mate. To be honest with you, but while you're doing your research to
oh,
back up
he's
your
on loan.
theory,
He's at Bournemouth. He's at Bournemouth on loan.
okay,
Yeah,
so that'll make sense. Which is good
Yeah.
news. Which good news for him, because obviously his the promotion as well. So that's going to fill him
Yeah.
with confidence coming back to Norwich, even though he's going to be back in the same league next season, unfortunately. But you
Yeah.
never know. Somebody might be able to grab him. So Darren's saying, "Come on, Technon." Here we go. Darren says he's driving home for the football, so he's listening at the minute. So honestly, mate, the further you go out from the UK, the better your 4G is by the sounds of things. Luke, hello, mate. Hope you're keeping all right. And Luke's saying he likes Todd Cantwell as well. Again, yeah, absolutely. But that's one of the reasons why we haven't really thought about him is because we've not seen him this season. So, like you're saying, you know, half the time I never really thought of it. So, okay, so it genuinely, and I'm not just scratching my head because my head itches. It is genuinely, it's genuinely a head scratcher with Sam Byram. It really is. I mean, when he made his debut with us when we got him from Leeds. That superb night that he had with that toing and throwing that he had with Payet. Yes, okay, granted, he still likes a booking. I haven't seen Byram in the Norwich team sheet so far this season, and there hasn't been a yellow card there in more than one every two or three games. But again, a kid with so much potential. Granted, he might be playing at centre back because they've got 6 injuries going into this game, which is not easy, but at the same point, maybe centre-back is a better position for him. But, yeah, it's just, I feel sorry for the Norwich supporters, and it makes me sound massively arrogant now, but they are supporters of a ping-pong club. I said it in the preview that some of them are just used to it now. You know, it's happened so many times. And absolutely granted, mate, like you're saying, they're too good for the Championship and not good enough for the Premier League by the looks of it. And you could argue the same thing with the other team that was relegated this weekend, Watford. I thought it was very, very harsh to have that handball decision because it was more ball to hand, as I said in the group chat when it went through. He's not looking in any shape or form. He feels the push from Wilfried Zaha, but other than that, he's coming down, so his arms are going to be up like that anyway. As I said, Zaha headers the ball straight to him, and I know what you're going to say, mate. You've been saying it all season for the last couple of seasons. Nobody knows what the handball rule is anymore. We don't know that, but that last night was proof that it's not ball hand penalty. It's a handball penalty. The hint is in how the words are formed together. Ball to hand is not hand to ball, and it's just it really does my head in. Really irritates me.
Yeah, well, Watford are another one where you can't have a sustainable club if you're sacking managers like 2 or 3 managers every season. I mean, they actually got to a decent start to the season, and they sacked that manager in charge, and just hasn't. And Ranieri getting him in again didn't do that great last time he was at Fulham. Then and Roy Hodgson, obviously he's very capable, but even he couldn't keep them up. So, Watford another one to keep an eye out. And obviously, Fulham have been promoted again under Marco Silva, but again they're another one where it's about time they show themselves up properly in the Prem. Obviously, there used to be a stable back in the sort of early to mid, sort of 2015 or 2013-14 kind of thing. They were a staple, finishing mid-table and staying up pretty comfortably, getting to the Europa League final under Roy Hodgson. But like in the last few seasons, again, like Norwich have been up and down. So it'd be interesting to see how they get on next season, especially with Marco Silva, where he had a number of jobs in the Prem. Like for someone who's not even like a veteran stage, he's had quite a number of jobs already. So he's obviously they've walked the Championship, but he's got to prove himself in the sustained period of time in the Premier. He did okay at Hull, but they still went down. Watford got off to a good start, but then he got the sack, and then Everton, there were protests about him getting the sack, and obviously he did. So I think he was quite lucky to get another job in England, but he's done himself very well in the Championship. But he's got to prove himself in the long term in the Prem, and obviously at Fulham.
Absolutely, completely agree with you, mate. For some reason, Zoom is now acting like it wasn't acting last week, and it's telling me that haven't got much time left. So I'm gonna have to try and generate a new one, mate, because I used it the other day, it was absolutely fine. So hopefully we'll be able to get hopefully we'll be able to get some sort it out. But I'll sort that out in a second. So if Bill disappears, guys, you'll I'll try and crack on with it. But to be fair, this is the first time I've used it at max capacity anyway. To be fair, but I'll have to set up as a new meeting or something in a second. But while we're looking at that, Richard's comment here. Come on, there you go. Great that Antonio is playing. To be honest with you, I agree. I mean, we've got no choice. But I will retract what I said in the preview for this game, because I said to myself when I recorded it on Friday, I thought about things a little bit further since then. But I did kind of say that, and I don't think Antonio played all that well on Thursday night, and I retract that, because watching the highlights back afterwards, he's doing the job of two men up there. He really, really was, and it's like, yeah, I love the bloke, and Bill, as you know, you and I have mentioned many times before, he can irritate you, and you can love him in exactly the same breath. It's really, but at the same point, he that's what we need. That's what we need from the striker, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. And then, obviously playing on your own up front is difficult enough anyway, but let alone when you've got 10 men chasing the game against a good outfit away from home. So, I thought he did his job really well. I thought he led the line, didn't quite have the rubber green, but no, I think he put himself about and did everything he could. Obviously unlucky to not get on the score sheet as well. He went close with a couple of opportunities. So, and obviously, as you mentioned earlier, he scored 4 last time West Ham played at Carrow Road, so he'll be licking his lips. Especially, Grant Hanley's a decent enough defender, but I'd be imagining Antonio's going to pull on Sam Byram, who's nowhere near the physicality of Antonio, trying to isolate him. And I'd imagine obviously that's where the set pieces and crosses will target Byram, because obviously he's not physically the strongest and not the tallest. So I think that's something for West Ham to possibly exploit today.
I completely agree, and it will be quite funny watching those two going at it. It's because I genuinely think that he's just going to back off. I really, really, really think he is going to back off and just. But yeah, you never know. He might get a hat trick. You never know. You absolutely never know with Antonio.
Yeah, exactly.
You really don't. But yeah. So, all right. So we're coming up to 25 past. So. Well, just gone over 25 past, I should say. What do you reckon's gonna stay today? Are we going to be 11 versus 11?
Well, that'd be nice, mate. Just don't allow Aaron Cresswell to be the last man today. That'd be nice. Yeah, no, I think I think obviously it was disappointing Thursday, but I think the fact that we didn't capitulate. I think it'd be different today if, say, we lost 3-4-0 and we're absolutely hammered. The fact that we weren't, that our luck didn't quite go away. I think we put in a valiant effort. I think that will put us in good stead for today, to bounce back and get a win. And also the fact, as I said earlier, that Brighton beat Man United as well, and sixth is not out of the question now, especially win our remaining games. So I think that will give the players that motivation and that confidence to go out and beat Norwich today. And as Norwich are bottom of the league, they're not a good side as they've shown. So, but yeah, I think this might be a good game for us to play today after our exploits on Thursday. But Norwich have come up with some random results over the years, and they. Like a couple of seasons ago, remember they beat Man City early on in the season. So can't rule anything out there. But if you play anything like we're capable of, we should wipe the floor with them pretty easily, I think.
You'd think, but at the same point, it's more a case of there are going to be some genuine players out there that I reckon are going to be genuinely thinking, right, come get me. I'm gonna play to my bones to show what I can actually do. This is the worry that you have when you play a team that's relegated. I can't see it, but you never know, because there's nobody really within the squad, as we were saying earlier about there's nobody really in the squad where you just sit there and think, yeah, he's a good player, he can do stuff, and You know, and likewise, which we'll talk about Brighton in a second because obviously that's our last away game of the season. Actually, bollocks it. Let's just do it now. Fuck it. Let's talk about them now. Bugger it. Just because obviously I've got to try and set up the new meeting to send you over in a second.
Sure.
But do you know what? I am so glad they beat Man United yesterday afternoon. Not just because of how funny it was, but more down to the fact that that's their first home win since Boxing Day. You know what happens when West Ham go away on the last day of the season to a team that hasn't won for 5 to 6 months at home. You know, and I'm so glad that we're not gonna be in that duck situation like we normally are when we go away from home.
Yeah, no, definitely. So let's worry about that on the last day. But just unbelievable result, and they thoroughly deserved it. And it's been a problem. I say problem, but like the way last few seasons under the Graham Potter, they've played some amazing free-flowing attacking football, just haven't put the ball in the net, and then they score 4 in one game yesterday. So all that hard work and training has really paid off. And I think I'm a huge fan of Graham Potter. He's done a brilliant job at Brighton. Load of fans and other media pundits, etc. were questioning the suit and bring Potter in, but the turnaround around has been unreal. The way they've played their football, they're more pragmatic, set pieces, kind of staying in game kind of side under Chris Hughton did a good job by the way. But Graham Potter just elevated them, and who would have thought that? Someone like Adam Webster would be, or even Shane Duffy to a certain extent, would be like ball-playing centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Comfortable on the ball, and the way they play football, great chances. Their XG every game must be absolutely through the roof. So the fact that Brighton are in ninth is unbelievable. If it weren't for like maybe Klopp or Guardiola, how they've done always, how they've done this season, I think Graham Potter would be ninth manager of the year. It's been absolutely fantastic, and it'll be a tough game for West Ham on the last day, and plus they're definitely our bogey side because we haven't beat them since they got promoted. So that'd be a hard one on the last day of the season.
Completely agree with you, mate. For some random reason, this is echoing. Rich is saying that it's echoing in the chat. So apologies, mate. Can you just let me know if it is both of us that's echoing, or if it is literally just Bill? It shouldn't be because everything's set up to for that to happen. But Rich, if you can, so apologies, mate. So yeah, just to clarify, I'm not making this up. You're saying it's echoing. So I'll try and sort this out as quickly as possible, mate. Bill, we've got about a minute left of this, so I'll drop you out just really quickly, and I'll set up the new one for you, and hopefully that shouldn't give us a time limit on it, but you never know.
All right, nice one, mate. Okay,
two secs. Yeah, so guys, I'm just gonna sort out the one. So where are we? Just gonna get this sorted out. So as you guys know, it's always. There we go. So there's always a bit of issue with this channel. You know that. Oh great, and my light's gone. So let me sort that out as well for that matter. So 2 things at once. It's a good thing I'm good at multitasking anyway. So Bill, if you're still watching, mate, it's on. Check your tweets. Sorry about that, guys. Let's just wait while we're waiting for Bill to take a look. I'm just going to let him know he's over there. So yeah, so that while we're doing that, so Rich, as I say, let us know if the echoing has now stopped. English Yardie says, January we had no one come in as a transfer. How many players will we need in the summer and what positions? We'll talk about that in a minute. But thank you very much for your question there, Yardie. Much appreciated, fella. Just waiting for Bill to acknowledge it. Yep, here we go. So it's connecting in. Let's see, is it working? Cool.
Here we are. Hello.
Back and rocking. So give us 2 seconds, mate. Just going to double check the back and rock. Okay, I missed it. Whoa! Where'd you go? Where the bloody hell did you go?
I don't know. Still here, mate.
I know you're there. I can see you there.
Yeah.
What the hell happened there? What the hell happened there? You've gone small for some random reason. There we go. That was weird. Weird.
Oh,
Still
technical difficulties.
Always, mate. Always, mate. Always. There's always something.
It's fine.
So where are we? Yeah, for some random reason it was echoing and now it's not, so it's all good. Thank you very much for confirming that, Rich. So maybe next time, mate, when we do it, we don't have it set up as a meeting room. Just have it as a random
Fair
one.
enough.
But yeah, just going back to the English Yardage question, we had no one in come in January as a transfer. How many players will we need in the summer and what positions? Very, very, very good question, and I am genuinely glad he asked this question because I'll keep it up for a moment because a couple of things I want to change on the layout, but more specifically, this is one of the questions I was genuinely gonna ask you, mate. Because I know your answers because we've talked about it in the pub quite a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've, as the guest, you give your answers there and positions and players. If you let us know players if you've got any in mind who you'd like to come in those positions, and floor's yours, mate.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I think there's a few to be honest. So it's and it's also like, will GSB stump up the money? Is more the pertinent question. But
agreed.
I think goalkeeper wise, look, I think Ariola's done very well this season. I'd move heaven and earth to keep him, or at least either buy him permanently or get him on loan for another season. I think he's justified his selections when he has started. So I'll try and keep him again. And I think for his price as well is quite, for a keeper of his abilities, is really cheap actually. 10 million, is it? 10 to 15 mil, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
I think the only thing, I think we would have done it by now if it weren't for his wages, which is probably a big stumbling block. But I'll try and get him permanently, and I think it'd be good if I'd lean towards more him being the number one next season. But again, Fabianski's done nothing wrong in my eyes this season. So I think moving through the pitch, left back is definitely one to look out for. Aaron has had another good season. Look, ignore the sending off against Lyon and Eintracht Frankfurt. I think he's had another solid season defensively, and obviously with his crossing assist. But we need someone else either to replace him, and he's becomes a sort of a backup, or we need a backup to Aaron, because we can't have another season where Masuaku's an alternative. We just can't have that at all. So we need some of that. Whether it's promote Longello as the backup, or we buy someone else. I think that's definitely a consideration. I think centre backs. I think when all 4 centre backs are fit, I think that's a decent pool of centre backs we've got. But obviously Angelo's not getting any younger, and I think there's still those huge question marks over Diop and his consistency or lack of it, to put it kindly. So I'd consider getting someone else in there. Right back, I think we're pretty stocked, to be honest with you. That's the least of my worries with Soufal and Johnson.
First time in 15 fucking years, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
Genuinely, so, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, spot on, mate. So I think moving through midfield, I think obviously with Noble leaving the club and Krau, I imagine won't be joining in any capacity next season. We need at least 1, possibly 2 sort of holding or centre midfielders. Be interested to see if Conor Coventry will be one of those players next season. I think by the sound of things, he didn't get a lot of game time at Peterborough, but at MK Dons he seems to be getting a lot more games, and they've had 100%. a really good end to the season. So be interested to see if he gets sort of a run out or he's just on the bench sort of next season. I think that's something I'd consider doing. But even if that's the case, we need to get someone else in as well.
Yes.
For more of I mean, to replace Rice and Suchet would be very, very difficult, I've got to say. But I think there's someone who's because the drop off between Rice, Suchek, and then Noble and Crowd, that's a huge chasm in terms of quality. So,
Mate, the bottom of the fucking sea is shallower than the depth between those two. It really is. It really is.
So I think we need to try and get someone there, and I think obviously I think again we're well stocked in terms of wingers and inside forwards. I think we've got enough there. But it's more the centre forward. We need at least one, ideally two centre forwards to help out Antonio. So so there's quite a lot. So obviously, if we're going to sort of at least even just continue where we are this season, let alone trying to improve. So there's, and in terms of the names been linked with, I think that's quite encouraging that Brozier has been linked with us. I think he's on loan at Southampton from Chelsea. I think he's done pretty well in a team that are really, really inconsistent. Southampton actually don't create that many chances, so he's actually done pretty well. So I'd be happy. I'm happy that we're linked with him. I think in terms of left back, I mean, we've been linked with Henry before. If he's played well at Brentford, I think someone like that would be of a good caliber. And it's hard. There's so many players who would be suitable for us, but it's just like, what's our budget going to be like, and do we have to get loans in for certain positions? So it's really that'd be something, a video we could easily do, mate. That in terms of who we could get. So it's a bit difficult to think of a load of names at the moment, but there's
mate. This is the thing. This is the thing, mate. I mean, with it's so stupid the amount of names we're actually linked with, and a lot of the time we're not even looking at them. So this is why Yardy's answered the question in the way that he has, is like what positions rather than what actual players.
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, let's obviously recap as things stand. Noble's leaving, Masuaku's and Yarmolenko's off, potentially Fredericks as well for that matter. So that's 4 already that we've got to replace just to get ourselves back into this level that we're currently in. So, and then you're absolutely right, mate. 100% left back. We need a left back. I've always said 2. Last couple of seasons, I've always said at least 2. So just for security reasons, because defenders are always the ones that are going to get injured the most. Absolutely agree with you in terms of Areola. We need to be moving everything possible to bring him in. We need a replacement for Crowell. Absolutely agreed. But as I say, Crowell was supposed to be the replacement for Noble. I think that was the kind of the plan. But that's obviously not going to happen. So that's 2 already. Connor Coventry is a good argument. I'm still not convinced with him, but again, we'll only know that once we see him play for the team. Yeah. And then about 25 forwards. That's what we need. It's just. All right, okay. Granted, we need a proper left winger as well, for that matter. As good as Fornals can be on the wing, good as Lanzini can be on the wing, and to a very lesser extent, as good as Ben Rama can be on the wing, we need a natural player out there. We genuinely need that. But more importantly, I do think we need the most important thing out of everything is an out and out general natural striker.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I mean, we can wax lyrical about everything else, but at the end of the day, goals gets you positions in the table. It's hard. It's hard now. It's gonna be a very, very hard summer transfer window, as it always is. There's a reading today from less reliable but dubious sources, shall we say, are saying that Moyes has asked for an extra £50 million on top of the 80 to 90 that he's already been promised to reinforce that. So again, if that's true, that really fills me with confidence that he genuinely wants to go all out and get the targets. I'm very surprised at this, that the Rafinha rumour has come back again, because apparently the only reason why that's happened is because apparently it was now reported that he fell out with Belisa. So he's unsettled. Leeds, of course, Leeds are one of the 3 top relegation candidates at the minute to finish that 3rd place. It's going to be tough. We are going to be so screwed when it comes to trying to get targets in. The reason being is because it's going to be the selling point is going to be going for Europe again.
Yeah, well, I think if we finish it even in the Conference League, it will still be attractive to a number of players, and that could be the selling point between going to one club or another. So,
Of course.
even if it's a case of like we get some early momentum and get a couple of free transfers through the door, early doors, let's build and get some momentum there. We don't want it where we're leaving it to the last couple of weeks, and we still haven't got anyone in, which I think won't be the case with Rob Newman being in charge. He's been part of the recruitment sort of scouting network now for a few months now. So hopefully he'll have a list of targets, and we'll get some names through the door early on.
Precisely. Russ is in. Hello, mate. Hope you're keeping well.
Hello, mate.
Says Areola just sounds rude. well, for the relative adults, we know what that is, and of course we all remember his nickname as well, for that matter. Yardy's saying that's the big question. I'm guessing that means is the money there? With our Europe run, has the value of the club increased? Again, good question. Very, very good question. It would have done to David Sullivan, of course. He's going to probably tip about 33% on top of what he was asking for beforehand. But at the same point, the like you're saying, mate, the attractiveness of the club is certainly increasing. 100%.
Definitely, yeah. In terms of, as I say, if we finish in Europe again, it show for the second season in a row, it shows it's not a flash in the pan, and we're sort of here to stay in a way, and getting to the semis of the Europa League is no mean achievement. So yeah, I think that's definitely, obviously, players are ambitious. The majority of footballers are ambitious and want to play at the highest level possible. So, and obviously you've got 60,000 plus fans at every game, and they are two big selling points, obviously, and being in the capital as well. So I don't see why we can't get the players. It's just have we got the ambition to go and get them, and that's been the big sticking point under GSB since they took over, really.
Exactly. Darren makes a very, very good point with this as well. I think we need 2 youth, 2 punts, three frees, and 3 big signings to fill the squad. It's not far off.
That'd be more realistic in terms of instead of buying 8 players or something. That's just something that's just unrealistic for any. Even if you're going to rebuild the job that Man United are going to have under Ten Hag this summer.
But ours is easier. That's the thing. Ours is going to be massively easier.
Yeah, but that's unrealistic for Man United to buy a load of players. They need to promote youngsters as well. But so I think even someone like, as I mentioned, Coventry, I think Ashby would be a decent enough third choice right back for next season.
Absolutely agreed.
From the games that he's made, appearances this season, I think he's more capable of not starting every week. He's not at that level, nowhere near. But in terms of filling in for certain games or cup matches like he has done, I think that's his level at the moment. So I don't think we need to worry about right back so much. So. And I think the youngsters, I think they are a really good crop. I think I've got to say, in terms of how they've played, all of them from what I've seen this season. It's just if we were mid-table and had nothing to play for, sort of this season, like a bit like, for example, like Aston Villa or something, or Crystal Palace. Like if we were not getting relegated but nowhere near Europe, I think the youngsters would have played a bit more in the league this season, but it's a bit difficult throwing them into high pressure Europa League or Premier League games at this stage. So I think they'll play more, hopefully, obviously in pre-season, and we'll go from there, really.
Exactly, completely agree with you, Russ. I think there's a little bit of a giveaway that this is a West Ham channel somehow. Yeah? Where are your colours? I'm disappointed. Have you got some West Ham shorts on? Just a tiny little giveaway. This is a West Ham channel, mate. Yeah, just a tiny little one. But do you know what? Because this again proves that Russ didn't watch all of the Arsenal preview either, for that matter. Because I put 2 little digs in, and he didn't raise the bait of one of them. So
he just wanted to know who the officials were, and that was it.
So my streaming service is working, but it's very, very glitchy. So guys, we'll try and keep it running as quickly as possible. But it's refreshing quite a fair bit. But it is working. That's the main thing. Rather than I don't have to keep jumping around looking at everything. Just for an update on everybody that. Because there's only 2 people that were watching when we went live, and there's now 13. So thank you very much, guys. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. Like this if you're enjoying this conversation as well, because it's only going to get funnier from now on. It really will be, especially with the opposition we've got. Gary's asking, welcome back, Gary. Ain't seen you for a while, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Would you take Payet back next season because Lingard will go to Newcastle for the money? Very good question.
No.
Agreed. We should be looking forward, not looking back. I think he's over the hill, to be honest with you now, mate. You know, he's playing for a club that's sponsored by Just Eats, and he looks like he's been taking full advantage of that sponsorship as well, for that matter.
I think his best days are behind. We need to. It's a good question, but we need to. Those days have got to be gone for us in terms of players that are over hill, last paycheck, all that crap. Those days have got to be over for us. So
with Moyes, it blatantly is. With Moyes, it blatantly
exactly.
is.
So it's a no to Dimitri.
Totally agree with you. Yardy's saying to me, the board needs to invest. If you're unable to invest the squad, you've got to sell. But that is another topic, mate. That's a huge topic which we will cover, and we have covered many times.
That's for another video, mate.
That's another transfer window until they sell the bloody club. Quite frankly.
Yeah, exactly.
Russ is behaving himself for a bit, as we touched on. I think you should go for Negator. Also, if Newcastle are open to it, I think you should try and go for Joe Willock. Not a bad shout, actually, to be fair.
I'll take Willock, but I think Newcastle are probably going to build the side. He'll be one of their players. They'll build the side around, like Guimaraes should be another one as well. So, and obviously Callum Wilson has got to come back from injury as well. I think that shows how well Eddie Howe's done actually with Newcastle. He's played, the majority of games this season. Callum Wilson's hardly played under Eddie Howe this season. So I think that shows that the job that obviously people going about the transfers. Yeah, that's helped, but they've brought the right type of players in. Look at the money that Everton have wasted over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
Newcastle, I think their January window is probably better than all of Everton's windows over the past 4 or 5 seasons, I'd say, in terms of getting Kieran Trippier, Champions League winner, top England player, Guimaraes, we've seen how brilliant he's been, even getting the likes of Dan Burn from Brighton, a steady, decent Prem player, and Matt Targett, who's on loan, but again, a decent enough Premier League player. So, and the improvement that he's made to players like Willock, starting to get back his form back, and John Joe Shelby as well. Yep. Joe Linson's another one.
He only plays well when he's got like Callum Wilson next to him or something. He feeds off brilliance. He really does. I like Joe Linton. He's been shocking recently, but at the same point, when he's got players around him that are stepping up, like you're saying, like with Voldemort and everybody.
Since he's been moved to midfield, JP, he's been a revelation.
Yeah,
Joe Linton. Yeah,
absolutely.
He's been amazing.
And that's the thing. Once he's in a better position, when he's got players around him that can encourage him, he plays so much better. Saint Maximin as well, for that matter. That's not again. Yeah. I know he's quite inconsistent, but at the same point, they gave us a lot of trouble on the first day of the season. A lot of trouble, the pair of them.
Well, I think that, but more pertinently, I'd say the home game we played against them, they looked a really good, solid outfit. I have to say, attacking and defensively as well.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying that the first, from a neutral's point of view, the first day of the season was fucking brilliant because there was goals all over the place. It was end to end. But you're looking at it from a West Ham perspective, it was just, because we were trailing at the start of it, if I remember correctly, weren't we? They scored. Wilson got the first goal, if I remember right, and then we started the fight back from there.
Murphy got another one, but that was under Steve Bruce, where they were just all over the place at the back. Whereas, and Eddie Howe, he's not known for his defending, especially at Bournemouth, Eddie Howe. But I think they've defensively got a lot stronger as well. Obviously, the getting 3 new defenders in certainly helps.
Well, Russ is back to normal. Lee Mason is the VAR assistant today, mate. Gary saying, going to be a struggle with and in the summer. Newcastle will take all the good frees and players that we want. I don't think so. I don't see, a lot of people seem to think that because they did a big spend in January, they're going to do a big spend in the summer. They will, but I don't think it's going to be as big as everybody thinks it is. I really don't think it's going to be.
They've got look. FFP takes a huge consideration as well.
But at the same point, how if the rumours are true, how is Man City investing 160, 170 million pound in the.
Well, yeah, but that's another with like the Etihad and all that. That's hence why UEFA took them to court, and Man City then went to the court of arbitration for sport and won their case. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's a complicated one.
Okay, so we're coming up to the game now. As I say, the streaming service is working, but it's massively stuttering. So, guys, the scoreline might be a little bit out of kilter than it normally is. But just to recap for because also there's a lot more people watching than there was when we first talked about it, which is fantastic. So this is why I wanted to bring guests back on. This is what we used to do on the channel before I got rid of the expensive StreamYard and went to this. So going to go back to the team sheets one last time before the game kicks off. So we've got Tim Krul in goal. Actually, Bill gives you good time to set your streamer up then, by the looks of it. So yeah, we've got for Norwich, there's Tim Krul in goal, Aarons, Anley, Byram, and Williams making up the back four. Sorensen and Gilmore is in the midfield, with Dowell, Lees-Meliu, and Rashica in the attacking midfield positions behind Pukki up front. On the bench for Norwich is Gibson, Rupp, Placheta, Tezois, Gunn, Giannolis, Gibbs, Springett, and Rowe. Excuse me. For West Ham is Fabianski in goal, Stufal, Dawson, Zuma, and Creswell. Rice is the only holding midfielder, with Bowen, Lanzini, Benrahma, and Fornals all in midfield, supporting Antonio up front. And on the bench is Yarmolenko, Vlasic, Areola, Noble, Fredericks, Masuaku, Stochek, Johnson, and Krau. So, guys, by all means, please. Are you still here? That's good. Yeah, you haven't frozen. That's good.
No.
So guys, as always, put your thoughts in the comments section below, in the live chat, and so we can display what you think your score predictions are going to be. Bill, what do you reckon the scoreline's going to be today?
I think both teams will score, but I think West Ham will win 3-1.
That's my kind of thinking. I'm thinking either a 2-1 or a 3-1, one of the two. Hopefully, it should be good. You just used to say, because you're looking at Burnley and Southampton, they're only a couple of points above. Burnley and Leeds, I should say, are only a couple of points above the relegation zone, and technically you could say Southampton could get stuck in it if they lose their last couple of games, and Burnley and Leeds win their last few games of the season. It's going to be very, very tasty, very, very tasty, and of course. I can't do it now because I'll be poking Bill in the eye otherwise. But you got on the left-hand side, you got the live scores for all the games going on. Because obviously we know that we're gonna. There's obviously Arsenal are playing, and is it Leicester at home as well? I think if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. Let me just double check the who else is playing today. So you've got Arsenal at home. Yeah, I was right. Arsenal versus Leeds and Leicester versus Everton. And obviously you've got Man City, Newcastle afterwards, and of course last night, Liverpool cutting it very, very close in terms of who's going to win the Premier League. I was about to say the Championship, but it's not. It's a whole fucking league, that isn't it? The Championship, because it was an entertaining game watching some of it, Liverpool and Spurs last night. But it's really open for City now. I still think, even though I said most of the season that I think that Liverpool are going to edge it, I think it's game over now. I really do. What do you reckon, Bill?
Yeah, I think that might be the result that seals it for City. But Newcastle, we've just touched on them. They're in great form, full of confidence. So you never know. They might be able to nick something from the ad today. But I think obviously City will be looking to bounce back after their exploits in midweek against Real Madrid, where they lost. So they'll be looking to obviously bounce back, as I say, and might be a good game for them because Newcastle were pretty free flowing under Eddie Howe, so it might be a game that in terms of styles it might actually suit City today. But we keep saying it, but it's the Premier League, anything can happen.
Richard's saying he wants an 8-0 win, but would Norwich give it also an 8-2? You never know.
that'd be nice.
And Russ is obviously going off to watch the women's team. She's saying I'm off to watch a proper team play. So well, good luck with you, mate. And as I say, guys, for those that are watching, give us your score predictions on this game. There's 8 people watching, so people are obviously turning over just to find out a few little bits and pieces by the sounds of things. But no, it's all good. It's still good amounts of views, which it always is. which is fantastic. But guys, come on, give your thoughts, give your score predictions in the chat. So Richard's already given his. So we're just to see what everybody else is. Just as the game's about to kick off. We're literally seeing the Antonio and Byron having a bit of a banter together by the looks of things, having a bit of a laugh with each other. So maybe he's going to say, "Look, I'm going to tear you apart today." I reckon he will. Richie, hello mate, good to see you again. Says hello JP and Bill. So guys,
hello,
give us your score predictions. Yeah, I'm thinking like we're saying, either a 2-1 or a 3-1. It's going to be one of the two. It should be quite an entertaining game to watch as well, for that matter, because I still think Norwich are going to go all out. I really do, just to save themselves some face and apologise to the fans. And I hope they don't, to be honest with you. But do you know what? I've thought about this also. I didn't mention it in the preview, but I was going to say it today, just as the spring freezers again. That I think one of the reasons why we lost on Thursday was because I wasn't drinking. It's the only live watch along I've done. The only live watch along I've done.
And that's it. Not sending off or anything. No,
it's the only live watch along I've done in 3 years where I haven't drank, and that's the only time we bloody lost. So there we go. I'm gonna get pissed now. So hopefully we're gonna have a decent result there. Bloody says, how about this, guys? Cornet comes in. That plays for Burnley. I would like to see him at West Ham and put Antonio on the wing in his natural position. Not a bad shout, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, he's done pretty well again for a team, under Sean Dyche and since under was it Jackson and Ben Mee, like they don't score or create a huge amount of chances, and Cornet's done pretty well for them. So he's one to certainly keep an eye out for.
Absolutely agree, mate. Absolutely agree. And Bill, Russ, mate, I don't give a shit if that joke fell flat. I don't care. You can try and banter me all you want, mate. It doesn't happen. You know that. It doesn't work. But so just going to try and that might be why some of the cachet needs clearing. So hopefully get this back up and running. So the game's going to be kicking off any second now. I'm just going to go back into the channel. There we go.
I hope I haven't jinxed it. I think my feed's actually going pretty well. If it's the one of the English feeds, which is pretty cool.
Which one are you using?
I'll send it to you on the chat.
Okay, mate.
They're just going for the lineups for both sides at the moment.
Yeah, just saying the same thing.
So obviously it's hard for us to time it, being what we're using today, but we might have struck lucky in terms of what we're using.
Yeah, do you know what? If this it screws up Raleigh, then I'll use that at half time, mate. Because I'm not gonna sit here and fill about for the next couple of minutes now. But anyway, you'll see where I am anyway with the scoreboard. So I won't stop and start it, which will confuse everybody. I'll literally just keep it running. And
that's fine. Yeah.
Try and update it as and when I can. I'll probably be relying on the live scores more than actually this, I think, to be honest with you. But it's always the way. It's just when you get everything working to exactly how you want it, is always something that fucks up. Always, every single time. But anyway, so guys, come on, give us your score predictions. There's 10 people watching at the moment, so only one person's done it. So come on, give us your score predictions, and also for that matter, let us know what you're drinking.
Be interested to see as well, JP. We'll see it when the game starts, but in terms of will Rice play alongside Lanzini or Fornells, or whether he play like Rodri does at Man City, where he plays as a single pivot and there's the two play in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be how I'd go, because as I say, Norwich's midfield are not the most strongest or dynamic. They're pretty technical players, Sorensen and Gilmore. So we don't need to worry about packing midfield with a load of bodies. Just need to get the technical players in the middle of the pitch.
Yadi's saying a 3-0. So you could be right, mate. We could be switching to a 4-5-1 at some point. I still think probably Lanzini will drop back alongside Rice as and when needs be. I think that's probably the thinking behind it as well.
Manu's played deep in a number of games this season, and alongside Declan, so that won't be too much of a surprise if he goes along that way today.
Exactly. I'm just seeing the guys taking the knee now, so it's any second.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think well, straight lucky, JP. I think we're exactly the same time then.
Well, we'll see when the clock comes up. But as it stands at the minute, yeah. So where are we? Come on. So clock, please. Clock, please.
All right, here we go.
18. Yeah. Spot on. Actually, spot on. 20 21. Yeah. is your clock the same you're seeing here? 27 seconds.
So I'm on 20 seconds. I'm on.
Okay, well mine's just frozen on 20 seconds, 27, so it'll catch up with itself in a minute.
Oh fucking hell! They're away already, Norwich. It's cleared by Dawson.
So just trying to see.
Drive in midfield.
Yeah, so Norwich throwing now, which has taken. I can't really see. This is one of the things I hate about these wide shots. Is half the time you can't see who the bloody players are, unless you'd recognise their haircuts, of course. But Pookie there, because you can see the only bald man on the pitch that isn't refereeing. So now it's caught up with itself now. So now I'm 6 seconds behind it. Oh god, it's running out of time again. Oh man.
It's Byron plays it back to Lanzini. Yeah, I think by the look of it, I think Lanzini is playing alongside Declan in a sort of deeper sort of playmaker role today. By the look of it.
Around all over the place.
Fornals is way ahead of the others, so he's playing more as a 10. Fornals by the look of it.
Yeah,
which is fair enough.
So we've got 8 minutes to go, mate, for before the Zoom
thing. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to upgrade it, and I.
Well, I think it's weird because with two people, that time limit doesn't usually come into account generally.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking beforehand. But maybe because it's been, I don't know. I don't. At the end of the day, as long as it's working, I don't give a shit. It's working. That's the thing. Yeah. Darren says I would take Dennis from Watford as a punt, mate. We'll have Dennis on at some point, and you'll change your answer very, very quickly if you don't already know that in joke.
I think Dennis the footballer would be a good shout. Yeah,
that's who he's referring to. Yeah, rather than Dennis from the West Ham way, who's in Watford. Big Gabs, hello mate. Hope you're keeping all right. Richard's Norwich not giving, are they? Absolutely agreed, mate. So we've got Lanzini on the ball now. That's right. Then to Fornals over to Soufal. So if you just disappear, mate, I'll send you a new link on Twitter, mate. But we've got a little while yet.
No worries. Yeah, good ball to
Antonio.
Soufal.
That corner. Yeah, it looks like a corner. That's interesting.
Let's have a look. Antonio shoots. Yes, a corner. Yeah, he hasn't scuffed it. He hasn't scuffed it that badly.
The corner's taken. Oh no, it's just the replay because it froze then, so I didn't know what the hell we were looking at.
Yeah, good cross by Soufal. Ending up with Fitz-Benrahma.
Let's ball in. And Rice leaves it out. And is that another corner by the looks of it? Yeah, another corner.
Just wait for the first. I'm slightly behind. Just wait for the first one to come in. Yeah, I think Hanley heads it behind. I think it was for another corner.
She said it's close. Gab says he likes to look at the lineup. Mean harm, absolutely. Ball in from Lanzini. Headed over by who was that? Yeah, by Dawson. Ross's Arsenal already 1-0 up. Nicator, who hasn't come through yet, mate. So Leeds keep Radamir, but I'm sure he's right. I'm sure he's right on that.
Yeah, a couple of decent crosses from West Ham already. The first one from Soufal, and then the second one from Lanzini, a decent ball, and then as you say, Dawson heads it over, but. Actually, not the most brilliant marker from Norwich. I think they got away with that one.
So kick taken over, and thank you for freezing right at the second to see who's going to get on the ball there. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. Love you to bits. Okay. Right, come on.
Ball's played full. Oh, Pookie's got it now. Plays it forwards. Pookie, shut him down.
No, totally. And then now a little bit through then because the defence was gone. And then Bowen's on the ball now, running through the halfway line, overlapping with Soufal.
Soufal's in support. Back post. Benrahma's on his own. Nearly went through him as well.
Looks like Barham clears, I think. So it looks like his haircut. Right, so
Oh, geez, terrible clearance. Got
This
away with
this
it
is
again.
jumping. This is jumping all over the place, man. We should. Oh,
Man, the feed I've sent you, this is golden. This is.
I know it's gonna be difficult getting it on my telly though, mate. Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, true.
The whole point of me having this bloody setup. Well, I mean, to be fair, as I said, it's I'm not going to come out of that. Right,
Ball
hang on.
comes in, Antonio.
Yeah, take over for a second, mate, will you?
No worries. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, is Bowen on the right? Cuts inside. Lanzini is with an effort and goes out for another corner. I think he was trying to didn't get into towards Antonio. I don't think it was a shot, but is it another corner? We'll see in a minute. But yeah, West Ham stroking the ball around really well. Norwich, as like most of the season, they're quite wide open, leave a lot of space, which West Ham are exploiting at the moment. So coming up to 6 minutes, Bowen's about to take this corner from the right hand side.
Well, actually, mate, I'm. Oh no!
Ball comes in. It's punched away by Krul. Comes back to Bowen. Good touch. Crosses in back post. That's well headed away. I think Gilmore's going to clear it for him and Declan in a shoulder to shoulder. Deck obviously wins that battle. Throw for West Ham in front of the dugout.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just trying to sort this out.
Lanzini plays it forward. Good chest control by Antonio. Plays it forward to Fornals. Good ball forward. And it's Hanley who wins that one. I think it will clear out the pitch now. As well, all shut down by Antonio. Goes for a Norwich throw near the goal line. Yeah, bright start by West Ham. Kept the ball decently. Had a few crosses. Obviously no real chances as of yet, but a good positive start from them. West Ham win it back as Zoom on halfway line, pursued by Pookie. Zuma plays it back to Dawson and then gives it to Fabianski back in the side today. And then clears out the pitch. Good ball, actually. Goes to Bowen on the right hand side. Lovely control. Takes it past Williams. Still got it. Bowen crosses it. That's well defended. The Hanley, not for the first time already. A really good clearance. Yeah, Bowen did well to control that goal kick from Fabianski. Take on Williams on loan from Man United, of course, and across right footed, but it was well defended by Hanley to win it. Whereas Antonio, I think, was going to have a chance there. No, just stroking it around the back is Williams, plays it forward, and it's back with Byram playing as a centre back again today. Williams plays it forward. Not really getting anywhere Norwich at the moment though.
Here we go, guys. This is Bill's real talent is David Coleman's special commentary.
His Hanley takes over the halfway line. Go to him. That's well intercepted by Cresswell. Plays it forward. Oh, Pablo nearly got onto that one. It's back with Williams and Byram. Pass it between each other at the back. What do you make of JP? Well, nothing's really happened. What do you make of Norwich? Their decision to sack Daniel Farker a few months ago and bring in Dave Smith. What did you make of that decision?
I think it was fucking stupid, to be honest with you, mate. Absolutely ridiculous.
mate, say what you mean. Don't hold back. We're all friends on this channel, so.
Well, sorry, I'm just trying to get all this sorted out because it's not working at all. Because I've got a website on here, but it's now coming up with I'm 2 minutes ahead of the clock. What you are, but it's not coming. So I have to drop you out, mate, because it's less than a minute left on the on here. But,
okay.
I'm 6 and 7s at the minute, guys. So
that's all right. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, I'll yeah. If you drop out, I can't because I'm trying to get two things sorted out at once because it's just bloody typical that. Can we do it? There we go. Right. So let me. Looks like it's. So apologies, guys. As I said, It's not. Everything's going to shit at the minute. It really is going to shit. So I just drop it. So Bill, I'm going to drop it out now, and there we go. So guys, I'm just going to try and sort this out first and foremost because it keeps blocking up every now and again. It's doing my absolute bloody head in. It really is. So apologies, guys. Try and bring it back to you as quickly as possible. So I'm kind of seeing this, so it's popping up every now and again. So it is 1-0. You're absolutely right, mate. 1-0 to Ben Rama. Gonna try and get the. I can't say it's. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to. Oh, this is really doing my head in. I'm trying to sort out about 7 things at once here at the minute. It's absolutely really mucking about. It's not helping that this isn't paying attention either, for that matter. Let's try. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Trying to get it back in, but looking at coming back in. There you go. Bill's back. There you go. So yeah, Ben Rama scored apparently, mate.
Yeah, I've just seen the replay. Yeah, just watched it.
I haven't got a fucking clue. To be fair, I haven't seen anything.
On the face of it, it looked to be a poor effort from Krul, but it took a big deflection. I think it was Alpha Aaron's, and that just wrong-footed him. But it was a good build-up play. I think Bowen with a good ball out. Ben Ram did the right thing, cut inside and shot. But yeah, the big deflection off Aaron's, and it made it difficult for Krul. But yeah, obviously great to get the goal, and if it's the least we deserve, we've had a really bright start.
Good. I mean, at the end of the day, mate. I'm just happy we're 1 up. So what was that? It's 12 minutes in. So yeah, I'm back to got the older stream up now. So hopefully it's going to be alright, because the other doing it through the website, and it was coming up, but it was asking me to upgrade every other minute, so I couldn't see the goal. So to be honest with you, I might have to. Anyway, it's towards the end of the season, so we should be right. I mean, this one thing it was really irritating was the stream was working. The stream was working perfectly yesterday. Everything was working perfect. So it's one of those things. So
yeah.
Okay, so corner in, headed out by Dawson. Creswell. Rice clears to that. Oh.
Is it frozen again?
It has, yeah.
Now
it's back up again. So Fabianski's got the ball in hand, so there must have been an attempt by the looks of things.
No, it was. I think it's Lisa Malou tried to control it or cross it, but it just ended up with Fabianski in the box.
Okay, so Rice is passing it over to Dawson, just behind the halfway line now to Lanzini, back to Dawson, over to Fornals, back to Dawson. This is on string or something. And then Zuma, and then Creswell, and then back to Zuma, over to Dawson again. Got a magnet on his foot, I think, somehow. Here we go. Fornals fluffed it a little bit, but yeah, gives the ball away. And now it's back to Tim Krul. Krul with a long ball. Over from Dawson. Zuma. Lanzini and Rice in the centre circle, back to Zuma just outside the centre circle. Lanzini, Dawson, Tufau, back to Dawson.
It's not a great surprise. Possession has just come up 67% for West Ham so far. It's not a great surprise at all. But we've got the goal as well. We can have all the ball and not do anything with it. But we've got that early goal.
So Rice in the ball now, over to Dawson, just in front of the goalkeeper's box, and now he passes back to Fabianski. Zuma. Still Zuma keeping it over to Creswell. And it freezes again. So Bill, take over for a second, will you?
Yeah, no,
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Otherwise, I'd be spitting feathers. Here we go. Back up to date. All right, so Dawson. Tufau. Running into the centre circle. Passing it to Rice, who puts it over to Creswell on the left-hand side. Over to... who is that? I can't say. Fredericks. Is that Fred? No, look, that can't be Fredericks. It looks like him, though. It's just dodgy haircut. Rice. Up to you, Bill.
I'm slightly biased. Is Ben Rama, cuts inside. Is Rice.
It was Ben Rama's haircut, yeah.
Yeah, does well to keep the ball.
Lanzini back on the ball now. Through ball to Antonio. Gets pushed over, but it's not all much doing, and it goes out for a goal kick, which then, just as it freezes once again.
Oh, for the first time, mine's frozen as well.
The corruption of FIFA, mate, I'll tell you. No, I'm joking. It's the Premier League. Because it's stupid that we can't watch our own games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, agreed, mate.
And this is the only bloody channel that's working without me piddling about with the computer. Do you know what, Bill? Send me that link through again, and I'll just put it on the computer. I'll do it as a new screen. If you don't mind, dear boy.
So just unmute myself. Yeah, no worries. I'll put it in now.
Cool, thank you.
Ball comes in. It's well headed away by Dawson. Shot comes in. Oh, it's well cleared. I think it might be Tufau back there. I think it might be going off target anyway.
All right, so I'm just trying to get rid of all these bloody pop-ups.
Oh, they're the most annoying bit.
Nope, that's a bit too big. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
The shot came in from Lise Malou. It hit it well, but it was well. I think I'm not sure if it was Tufau back there, but I think Fabianski would have had it anyway, but cleared it away from danger.
So yes, we got so piddling around with the back four by the looks of it, as it stands at the minute. Norwich now on the attack, running through. Is that Pookie? I think by the sun gleaming on his head. Yep, and that goes out for a goal. Goes out for a corner. So 19-14 on the 15 on the clock now. So let me just try.
I'm only about 5 seconds or so behind you.
Let me just try and update this. And now that's bloody frozen as well. Oh no, they're just checking for hang on, checking for his offside or not.
No, I think it was just off by the look of it.
Yeah.
Cutting side. Yeah, he was offside. One of those delayed offside flags. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, so now got that. Got the clock up to date, so we can all see things at the same time.
Yeah. What is the shots, mate?
Yeah, I know, mate. That's the least of my worries. This is more important.
Very true. Yeah.
At least I can see the bleeding thing without it not freezing all the time. So yes, we've got 4 shots to West Ham. I was actually genuinely tempted to take this off this morning because it's so much work. It really is so much work trying to do. But yeah, so here we go. So nice control from Tufau there, just on the replay. But yeah, not the best of attempts.
Well, I think it hit his shoulder. That's why the ball bounced away from him too much.
Yeah.
If he got it in his chest, he would have landed next to him. And it was a clear foul. Is it Shishka?
Yep.
Number 17. There's Delia Smith for the crowd.
Where are you? She ain't done that this season, has she? For fucking good reason and all.
Yeah. Well, the way they played this, you should have to say every fucking half time.
every 20 minutes, mate. To be fair, but
Yeah.
a good catch from Fabianski there. And all right, boys, get a room. Was it Dawson trying to mount him? So Rich says 7 more goals to come.
Just looking at Pukki's record this season, 10 goals in the Premier League. That's a really good effort for a side like that bottom of the league.
Which
is
really
good effort.
Yeah, he's only got 2 goals at home, Pukki. It's random. It all seems to be on the road, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rich says his cousin's gone to see the Norwich game. He texted me, Hammers fans are louder. No shit. Singing louder. Yeah, we got that, mate. Don't worry. We understood you there, mate. Yeah, there's no surprise there in any shape or form.
Well, Norwich fans are not. I don't feel I know their ferocity in terms of their being local and stuff.
Well, to be fair, if I was watching this, if we were bloody relegated, I wouldn't be singing all that much. To be fair.
Good point.
Yeah,
that's an up and under cross. Okay, it's like rugby union. That was easy catch for a fan there. Loving that blue goalkeeper kit, by the way.
I'm not a big fan of it, but it's we've seen worse, mate. To be fair, haven't we? We've seen worse.
Leave that on the review. I've seen worse.
I mean, mate. Let's not even start the David Seaman goalkeeper kit again. Let's not have that conversation again. Gabs, thank you very, very much for the super chat, mate. That's much appreciated. Would have been nice if you could put a message in there as well, fella. You keep forgetting to do that when you do it, but thank you very much, mate. That's the point. Actually, Google haven't paid me for 3 fucking months. All the tiny amount of revenue that I've been getting. It's really, really irritating. I don't know why. No idea why, but it is what it is. So yeah, at half time, I'm going to try and get this link up on the telly.
Sure.
I love this channel that we're watching. It's very, very good. It's usually one of the Super Sport. It's really one of the most reliable channels.
Offside given against Vermont, I think it was.
There we go. StreamYards has decided to tell us about a minute later that Gabs has done it, so I might have to get rid of that. Yeah. So yeah, but thanks, Gabs. Much appreciated, fella. Let's have a look. Where are we? So get back to the action. So again, Norwich in the defence there. So, all right, guys. So we're just over halfway. For those who've been able to watch the game a lot more than I've been able to so far this first half. Put your thoughts in the chat, Bill. Sum up our first halfway through the first half so far.
Yeah, I think we've been in control. We've kept the ball really well. Kept Norwich at arm's length so far. Deserved to take the lead, and good move for the goal, and not the cleanest goal we're ever going to see with a huge deflection, but Ben Rom did the right thing to cut inside and get the shot away, and not the best goalkeeper from Krul, but the deflection didn't help him. But yeah, we deserved it. We put a positive start, and hopefully more to come for the rest of this first half in particular.
Absolutely, mate. From what I've been able to see, what I've been able to watch of this, I would agree. Krul's not done too badly, but he's not done brilliantly at the same point. Do you know what I mean? It seems to be one of those sort of performances from him. But at the same time, when you've got the caliber that you've got in front of you, there's only going to go one way, really, isn't it? Just as we're seeing the Norwich free kick being taken.
Yeah, I think Lanzini's done well in a deeper role today. He's picked the ball up from the back and played some nice balls forward. So he's played well. So
that was close
so far.
That was a very, very good attempt and a great clearance from Dawson there. Very, very good.
Oh, good block. Yeah, I think it might be Gilmore actually.
It looked like it. Yeah,
with the volley. Yeah, number 8. Yeah, he put his.
Just seeing the replay. But yeah, it's a great and yeah. if that's Man United, that's claims for handball. That because it comes off his thigh and then goes onto his. Oh no, it's his shoulder. Looked like the other side of his arm.
Yeah, Dawson did well because he had to. He kept his arms away, also close to his body. So if it struck his arm, it wouldn't have been given. Or shouldn't have been given a penalty. But you never know nowadays. So no, did well, hit that well, Gilmore. But I think Fab might just had it covered anyway. But Dawson did the right thing, getting his body in the way.
Again, thank you for the £2 there, Gabs, mate. Much appreciated.
Oh, the counter's on here.
Yeah, and just who's that? Max Aarons is down holding his ankle. Looks like the challenge gone in there.
Yeah, I think it might have been Fornells. Him and Fornells went
Look
for
at
the
the
ball.
replay. So yeah, it is. It's a coming together. There's no real malice in that. Let's have a look at this. This is a better angle. Yeah, he doesn't really touch his foot in any shape or form, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's a foul. It's a foul at the end of the day, but. It's football nowadays, mate, isn't it? They just go down at any easy given opportunity now.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's contacts and everything, but he didn't need to milk it the way that he has. Really didn't need to milk it from that point of view. There you go. So Russ says Eiling's been sent off for Leeds. Corrected himself, Steve. Think before you type, son. Think before you type. And Gabs agrees. Great block by Dawes and catch me later. Catch me later. Back later. All right, mate. Take care. See you soon, Rich. It's probably gone out the screen or something like it did on Thursday. Now this is starting to freeze now. Anyway, so where have we got? So we got Dawson running back. Dawson still telling him to calm down, but not really doing much with the ball. Then the long ball to try and find Bowen, which he does. And oh, you cheeky fucker! That's a stupid idea from Williams. I don't know why he's protesting. I don't think he's protesting. He's saying about his getting help by the looks of things, but
no, it's a bit naive. He didn't need to go into that challenge. I don't know why he threw himself into that one.
No, agreed.
Clear foul.
Yeah,
fine for us, but he's got no complaints. I don't know why he's complaining.
Yeah, actually looks like he gets his. Yeah, he does. He gets his ankle as well.
Oh yeah, that's a clear as day foul.
Yeah.
Should just let Bowen have it and then try and get the challenge in. Just
exactly.
Bowen's doing the right thing, waiting for the challenge, and Williams a bit naive there from the youngster.
Very much.
And the set pieces and crossing have been pretty good so far today.
Well, I'll take your word for it, son. I'll take your word for it. So Bowen can take the free kick. Over. Yeah, cleared. Weird clearance. Lanzini over to Bowen again. Bowen taking them on. Not running it in the space as he should have been, but instead passes it over to Creswell instead. Who's long ball over on the left hand side, trying to find Ben Rama by the looks of it, and just about gets there. Very good. Rice keeps the ball. Come on, Telly. All right. Because now I've got my power saver from a monitor saying he's going to turn off in a couple of minutes if I don't touch it. I hate that thing. Lanzini through to Bowen. Great ball. Trying to find Antonio. Good save by... Crawl loose and go and go. Ball in the back of the net. 2-0.
Go on. Yes. Is it given? I think it is. Yes, Mickey.
Yeah.
He loves Carrow Road. And that's his...
That is a huge mistake from Crowell. You see it from the replay. He's in 6 and 2 threes on what he's going to do there, but it's looks like it's certainly been given. There's no call for it. Just waiting to see the replay of it now. I wouldn't. Yeah. Where are we? So here we go. So you can see the great run from Lanzini, keeping his feet beautifully over to Bowen, straight through. Kraut just absolutely scuffs it, and it's an easy tapping for Antonio.
Oh yeah, that's not the greatest goal. He's better than this Tim Crawford in 2 hours, I'd say.
Yeah, it is. And
it does get the ball, but it does get enough of it. It runs free, and Antonio just kept alert and tucked it away into the empty net.
And you can, as I said, you can see that as Krell's coming up to it, you can see that he's not exactly confident on what he's going to do. And
I'm not sure why he didn't try and get fans that ball because he tried to sort of sweep it away from Hanley and Antonio. So if he went with both hands, I think he would have grabbed it.
Mate, but Ben Rama now putting the ball in the box, in from the box, over to Antonio. Oh, Fornells! Oh, so close.
Oh,
Bowen again,
oh,
just on the outside.
Bloody hell. God, it could have been 3-0 in the matter of moments.
Have a look. They're talking about VAR for some random reason. I've just seen the replay again. It's a beautiful ball over to Ben Ram on the running into the box.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like the first time ball. He was fouled in the build up as well.
Just, that's a good touch from Kroll. To be fair, from where you see Bowen's attempts, he's in the right place at the right time as you'd expect from him. But yeah, that should be in the back of the net. That really, really should be.
Oh, yeah.
You could argue handball out of that. You could really argue a handball out of that, but it's obviously not being given by the looks of things. Although they would have given it by now. Yeah, no, it's a goal kick.
Oh, Bowen should have bowed it then. I thought it took a deflection, but Bowen should have, from a few yards out, that should have been in the net.
Absolutely, mate. Completely agree.
I don't know. He's expecting Krul to come out. I don't know. Yeah,
it looks like it bounces off Krul. It really does. But yeah, no, I'll take that 100%. I'm glad to see. This is Russ syndrome. Yeah, I missed the first goal. now I've been able to watch the second. So that's good. So let me just update the card for that. So yeah, there's a couple of things I need to add to this view, but I'll do that at another time. Because normally what'll happen is, well, as you would have seen, mate, I normally have the goal scorer down here as well, but I didn't put that over for here. But it's a bit harsh on Gabs, but he's got a point at the same point. Just bring it up. That must be a miss of the season.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad one. Yeah.
Essex boy says, "Hello, mate." He said, "Hi, John. Your technical problems are more entertaining than the match." Thank you, mate. I'm so glad you're finding enjoyment out of my blood pressure going through the fucking roof. Yeah, he's a good lad. He's top lad. Thanks for. I haven't seen him for a while, but I'm glad he's back in. He's a good bloke. So yeah, Rice showing to the kids how not to do things while spitting on the floor, just as the corner comes in at some point. Are you gonna see this coming in? Yes. There we go. Boom. Ball in. Easily cleared out by Zuma by the looks of it.
Yeah, good header by. Oh, it's Antonio actually.
It's Antonio, then Zuma straight after it.
And that goes out.
Well kept in by Ben Rama and long ball, trying to find Captain Pixel. Where is that? It's 4 hours by the looks of it. Yeah. When Norwich are now on the counter, breaking through a little bit too easily, but Rice just about keeps the ball in. A little bit casual.
Yeah, he's done well there.
Yeah. But the ball is eventually cleared up, but straight to Norwich, and they're now passing the ball around like they're 2-0 up. But yeah, Norwich coming in. Yeah, they're just wasting their time with 10 minutes to go. Pukki. No. Sorensen. That's a good run from that. Is that Williams? Number 2? I think that's Williams.
Oh, that's Aaron's.
Maxi Aaron's, yeah. And then standing around watching it. What are you doing, Antonio? You could have cleared that. Sorry, Antonio. Zuma just actually watched it. So there's a little bit of complacency coming in here at the minute from a couple of players, which I can understand why Ben Foster did his reaction as he did on Match of the Day last night. That was fucking hysterical. That was.
It did well there, Antonio, to win that ball.
Yeah. So there's a Soufal over to Lanzini, Rice in the centre circle. The 10 minutes to go, plus probably about a minute, I'm guessing, of stoppage time. Creswell looking a little bit too casual. We've got a few options around, but now decides to do something. Zuma over to Rice, Lanzini, and then Dawson. Soufal. Lanzini. Ooh, bit tasty. Antonio's down. This is Norwich are now on the counter attack. Rashica with the ball in. Is he going to put the ball in? No, he's going to bottle it. And now ball, and again straight off to him again. Rashica again. Yeah, that's good. Unbelievable marking from West Ham, giving him absolutely no option at all but to pass the ball back. And now, because Antonio's still down, ball's out of play. Yeah. Richard says 6 more goals to go.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. It was really funny listening to the Brighton game last night, mate. Watching it yesterday, because at the 4th goal, you could hear some of the crowd shouting, "We want 5."
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it was getting it was a laughing stock with Man United, but now it's just like it's something. I bet some of the fans are not even just reacting now. It's like, well, this is it. This is just the reality of our team at the moment.
I mean, Ronaldo's reaction says it all, doesn't it? That third goal, 4th goal, whatever it was.
Yeah, he was chuckling. Yeah.
Well, because you got to find, you do find it funny. You there are situations where you've got nothing to do but laugh. All right, good evening, Sheena. Hope you're right.
Yeah, and especially it's like, remember when he was last at Man United, he had players like Wayne Rooney and Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand. Do you know what I mean? And they're just the shout of shit. Yeah.
Say what you mean, mate. We're all friends here. Yeah.
Yeah, and they are, aren't they? And
no.
Eric Ten Hag's got a huge job on his hands. So,
it's unbelievable what he's got.
A big rebuilding job.
Big time. I mean, like we were saying in the build up, mate. The things are unbelievably easier for us in comparison to Man United, because they've got to get rid of the egos as much as the players. Antonio's
exactly, yeah. So what happened with my stream froze? Is Matt working now? But what happened with Mickey? He's going. Well, he's just getting a bit of treatment. Did he get a challenge or something?
I'm not sure which defender it was. It looked like it possibly might have been Byram. I'm not 100% sure, but he goes in for the ball. Antonio goes. It was Byram because they're focusing on him now. Antonio kind of like goes over him and lands awkwardly. So it's not really a Sam Byram-esque challenge that we're used to seeing him do.
Yeah.
It's just a poor timed challenge, and it's the coming together. There's no malice in it in any shape or form, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? That's the way football goes sometimes.
Nah, it's competitive and contact sport. You're going to get challenges like that. So
exactly.
As long as they're not illegal, bring it on.
Precisely. Even though the Premier League are trying to outrule challenges now, aren't they? Pretty much. There's a lot of things that fouls are being blown up for pretty much no reason.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
So we've got Creswell on the ball, being passed the ball, I should say. No, I need to put it back on the other screen. This is way too small to watch. This is like because the funny thing is I've had this little screen that I use for the scoreboard and that. I've had this since the very, very first ever live watch along with, which is that Leicester away at the end of the 17-18 season. When Noble scored that absolute screamer.
That volley,
Antonio's down. He's done. Yeah, he might be able to continue. I think that's probably what Moyes and what's his name, Nevin were talking about in that shot we saw him a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, Yarmolenko's coming on for him.
Yeah, let's get stripped off. Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's a shame because I'll be very surprised. Well, I'll be very surprised if we don't hear him that he's only out for a couple of days, because it's like it to me. It just look, guys in the live chat, let us know what your thoughts are on this. But it does look like it was just a bad fall. I mean, Antonio's up and moving about now, but it just looks like
he's limping like fuck. He is.
Yeah. Rich says
he's desperate to score. He's Norwich away. He loves it.
Absolutely. Rich says we need at least four goals to look good. But Substitution at half time. Give him there's only a few minutes left. Just try and let him run it off. But yeah, bring Yarmolenko on at half time if you can't do it. So, do you agree?
I think I'd bring him off now. He's limping like anything. Don't want to make it worse.
Right.
I think it's probably one of those impact injuries. You know, the sooner you get him off, the better. You don't want to make it worse. So, can run it off then fair enough. But I don't think he'll be able to by the look of it.
Yeah, agreed. No, Gabs is saying Antonio's really hurting, and that's a fair point. And Sheen is saying, well, at least he's got a goal. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No malice in that statement by Sheena in any shape or form. But yeah, at least he scored. He can go off knowing he's scored rather than go off wondering if he ever would score.
Yeah.
Soufal, do you know what? He actually played. He had a good game on Thursday. I thought Soufal had that as one of his better games.
Yeah, I agree. He's starting to get his fullbacks. Obviously, had his injuries and been in and out of the side at times this season, but he's starting to get his fullback now, which is a great boost.
So Soufal just about to take the throw in. Ben Rama running around in circles. Sorry, Lanzini running around in circles. All over to Zuma in the centre circle. And now Rice over to Creswell. Nice ball play to Fornals. And your Antonio's asking for the ball. So now Fornals is down clutching his ankle again. He's like, look at his face. Ow.
Yeah, just be caught by Gilmore there.
You're seeing the replay again. Yeah. It's a bit of a tasty one, that.
Might be doing what you said, JP. I think Yarmolenko's got his bib back on, so he's back stretching. So
yeah, as is Antonio. Just saw a shot of him stretching. Literally, just as you said it, it was like
one of those yoga stretching. You go that.
And Gabs is saying, let him score one more, and then he can rest.
Might be one of them where you just need an ice pack or just a deep heat or deep freeze spray for a bit. It might just be one of them to a little bit of pain relief.
I mean, at the end of the day, at least he's laughing with everybody while it's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the good thing. It shows it's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those impact injuries. You get good ball. Am I ahead of you now, or are you?
43rd minute just clicked on now, and it just as it freezes, just as you said it.
I think I'm slightly ahead of you now.
Yeah, it's really starting to freeze up now. Totally frozen.
Declan's done well to win that one from Lisa Malou. Oh, there's a chance here. It's Benny. Antonio and Bone in support. Oh, it's not a great ball, but it ends up with Antonio anyway. Back to Creswell. So much space in midfield for West Ham. This is an easy game to play in.
Well, we kind of knew that to a degree when we
Oh yeah.
In the build-up's right. It's okay. So yeah, I'm back to 43:53 now. So yeah, it just froze for random seconds. Then my computer's, I can hear the fan going all the time because it's trying to process so many things.
Yeah, that tab's open as well. Yeah.
It's not that many tabs left over, but it should be right. Let me close that down because I'm not going to need that.
Ball's played over the top. It's headed away by Hanley. Yeah, about 40 seconds to go till 45 minutes then stoppage time. I think that'll probably be a minute or two.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Guys in the chat, with the exception of Richard, who always gets sarcastic with it. What do you reckon for the added time, just as Pookie puts the ball in?
Oh, good delivery by Pookie as well. Soufal just been talking about him. He got in the 6-yard box there.
Perfect defending from, but yeah, Norwich still on the attack, albeit very, very casually on the attack.
Shot comes in, good block by Zuma.
Straight at Zuma, straight at him, and now we're on the counter attack now.
Oh, Fornals done well played, Bowen in. Go on, Jared. Antonio's in space, we can find him.
No,
it's just behind him.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a deflection or if it's a scuffed pass.
It's a bit of both, mate, to be honest, by the looks of things. It's a bit of both.
Soufal, great challenge. What a game he's had so far.
Bowen, piddling about with it. Back to Rice. Fornals, back to Rice.
Let's look at the space.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's like playing Man United.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Rice.
Well, this is what's frustrating. Is obviously West Ham Channel West Ham fans. Fucking how did we lose twice to that Man United side?
Tell me about it. I know. With the stupid thing is that's with without Dozy bollocks on the pitch as well, for that matter, isn't it? Harry Maguire. He was because he was rested for this weekend, wasn't he? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it just shows it's not just him. And in a good way. Do you know what I mean? It just shows that there's because everybody's been singling him out for a lot of times, and and it's just yes, he's come under criticism. He's come out long for me just as Bowen holds the ball up. Should be shooting straight at him.
Good.
Ah,
it's Byron with the block in the end.
Yeah, but again, just half a second earlier, and he could have, as I said, it when he's saying he should have shot, it would have been perfect then. The 3 minutes of added time in total. And now Zuma over to Benrahma. Benrahma getting pile drived almost. Honestly, last time I saw that was WWF, that sort of manoeuvre. Now
I'm a bit behind. I've just frozen. Oh yeah, I think I've just caught the last glimpse of it.
So Dawson over to Soufal. I'll send you the link for the second half, mate, in a minute.
All right, cheers.
Soufal, Rice, Lanzini, back to Rice, through to Fornals. Oh, great ball over to try and find Soufal. Great idea, but Rashica right in the right place at the right time, and it goes out for West Ham throwing it, which, obviously we've only got 45 seconds left. That taken very, very quickly. So Soufal running through after putting it back from Fornals. Lanzini on the ball now. Acres of space there. Bowen with the ball in. Nobody there. Whoa, 3-0! Benrahma! Benrahma!
Oh, here we go. Oh, what a ball. Oh, what a goal. Best of the three so far.
There we go.
Lovely ball by Bowen. And yeah, Benrahma hit that one first time. Cruel. Unlike the others, he had absolutely no chance with that one. God, what an effort that was. Perfect, just for 20 seconds before so half time.
Absolutely, mate. Just really sort of just seeing the replay now, the movement is absolutely unreal. Really, really good. Exactly the sort of movement that should have happened. Bowen's onside, puts the ball through, and again, acres of space for Benrahma to shoot, but he does, and that's it. 3-0.
Yeah, lovely cutback towards the penalty spot by Bowen. Yeah, Benny cuts in from the left and goes towards the penalty spot. Hits it first time. Yeah, stinging effort.
Slight deflection by the looks of it, but only
Let's have a look.
Only minute by the looks of things. But you can see it does take a bit of a dip around. Talking of dips, there he is. And that's it. Is that? Yes. Oh, booze. Oh, that's tasty from the Norwich faithful. Booze at half time. Do you guys remember you've been fucking relegated? You've not been playing good enough, and now is not the time to boo. The time to boo was when it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. honestly. Right, so just to sum up, mate, just really, really quickly while we've still got you for the next couple of minutes. Well, literally just under 3 minutes. Yeah, great first half. Very, very, from what I was able to see, been able to get some very good goals in there and some beautiful movement. Just could have been more, I think. Just could have been more.
Yeah, no, perfect, mate. I mean, obviously, we had the disappointment from Thursday, but the players have bounced back fantastically. I mean, look, Norwich are obviously a poor side, they're bottom of the league, but and they've made it easy for us, but we've took advantage. We played really well, created a number of chances. You say could have been more, kept the ball really well. A load of space for the likes of Fornals and Lanzini in the middle of the park to get plenty of touches. And great to see Benrahma come in and get 2 goals. I mean, the first one's a bit fortuitous with a deflection and not the greatest save by Tim Krul, but the third one was very good and a decent bit of play for the second goal as well with Antonu with the tapping, but a lovely ball by Bowen to play him in, and another mistake by Tim Krul, but Antonu was alive to get a second one, and the third goal was best of the bunch. Lovely build-up play again, and Bowen with a really good pullback to the penalty spot where Benrahma met it first time. again, might take a slight deflection, but that was a really good strike. And yeah, 3-0 was the least we deserved, and as you say, could have been more.
Absolutely, mate. Just before we go to the halftime music, just want to put this one up before we do. Gab says, Rich, you might be very close with your prediction, even if it was only sarcastic at the beginning.
True. The way it's going, mate. Oh, the second half could be a riot.
Cool. So, yeah, guys, as always, even though we've got a guest on, we're still going to have the halftime break, so we can go and sort a few things. I've certainly got to go and sort a few things out. So, yeah, guys, we'll see you for the just before the second half.
Just a little at you. The way you carry yourself, kinda awkward, cute, self-assured. I just couldn't wrap my head around the way you took in the room. Well, it was like you owned it. The stage was yours, didn't want it. It's about the hardest thing I've ever seen. And when I saw you, knew that I saw you. Should I see you leaving? I am coming too. Ooh, I'm moving in closer. You know I'm coming for you. I'm getting ready, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, ooh, I'm getting even closer. I'm coming for you. Ready or not, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Ooh, baby. You said I think I'll call you. I just said by that I won't answer. That man said how to play it cool, and I know you won't be there. See, just a note by me. Must have been 2 weeks later. I've been a good boy, never called you. Meet me at the club tonight. 12 o'clock, I think it was a quarter past, and there you were. You said you know I need you, help me save the world. Ooh, I'm moving in closer. You know I'm coming for you. I'm getting ready, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, ooh, I'm getting even closer. I'm boy coming for you. Ready or not, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, coming for you. Coming for you. Yeah, coming for you. Coming, coming, coming. Ooh, baby, coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Coming, coming, coming. Ooh, baby. Ooh, I'm moving in closer. You know I'm coming for you. I'm getting ready, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, ooh, I'm getting even closer. I'm coming for you. Ready or not, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh, baby, coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
Hi guys, right. Just as we're waiting for Bill to clock in for the stream, we'll just get the second half up and running in a little bit by the looks of it. I don't know why that's that like that, but I can't hear anything, but okay. Oh, that's why. We're just waiting for the game to kick off. So yeah. So guys, thank you very much for whoa, what's happened there? What the hell's gone on here? Where are we? Is it that? Okay, so second half is underway. Right, so here he is. Right, so let's just see if we can get him back into the stream. Do a couple of things. And now my stream's frozen as a result of it. Lovely. Thank you very, very much. Where are we? Can you hear me all right, mate? Yep, cool. Can hear you as well, so it's all good. Right, where are we? Why isn't it doing? Hang on. What's going on here? How about that? Does that change it? No, that doesn't change it either. Come on. Oh, you sod and a half. Why aren't you working? Why isn't it working? It should be pulling you through, but it's not for some stupid reason. I don't understand why. No, that's not that. Just saying, yeah. It is being checked. Because this stream's really freezing around at the minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like that is actually handball, so it could potentially be ruled out. We'll never know because. Right. Why isn't it that? Last time it worked perfectly fine. Why all of a sudden you now being a sod? Huh? Yeah, I thought it would have been. There we go. Hey, finally. Gotcha, you little bastard. Gotcha. Yeah, there we go. So let's bring him in. Boom Shankar.
Yes.
Right, guys, can you hear him?
What's the word? JP? Was it JP? Was it Byron that handballed himself, or was it someone else?
Can't really tell, mate, to be fair, because I've been trying to sort this out.
Yeah, I would love to answer that myself. My feet's freezing. But it's been ruled out anyway, still 3-0.
Alright.
Which is good.
Yeah, let's just do this. Hang on a minute. Let's just bring this down. All Matrish shit going on today. It really is. It's like a bus. You don't have any problems for months, and all of a sudden you get all comes in at one go.
Yeah, well, at least you're 3-0 up, mate.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. Perfect. Right. That's back to normal. So yeah. Yeah. Now this stream's all over the bloody shop.
Yeah, I found it close a few times to refresh my feed. It was working perfectly earlier.
Yeah. Oh, I can't hear anything. Random. Anyway, so guys, can you genuinely let me know that you can hear Bill? You should be able to, but I need you to tell me. So just do a quick yes or no in the chat. It's only 6 seconds behind, so I know you guys can hear me.
That's start by Norwich. They've got another corner coming up. But yeah, Antonio's gone in there. Yarmolenko's replacement, which is not a great surprise.
Yeah, well, we kind of Bills in stereo. One's enough. Thank you. At least someone's listening. There we go. So, right, so ball in. And it looks like Fornals is running right into the ref for some random reason. Yeah, let me just pause the clock here for a second so we can keep it in line with the stream I'm actually looking at, because it's like 10 seconds ahead of it. So Rice is running through. Still running through down the left, passes to Ben Rama. Right, there you go. There we go. That's about as time as I can get it. Lanzini.
How many minutes are you on, JP? I'm 50 minutes 10.
49.50.
I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, because I refreshed the stream because it's, mate, I'm surprised it's working at all with all this work it's got to get done at the moment. To be honest with you.
Well, I'll take over, shall I? I'm ahead of you.
Well, not really, mate, because it's going to be a bit difficult because that's the time of the clock, isn't it? So, hang on, where are we? Oh, come on. Because I've got all this going. It's now starting to make the stream stammer because of it, because of all this.
No, but in terms of what's actually happening on the pitch.
Yeah, okay. I'll try and refresh it and get it more up to date.
Cresswell close to Yarmolenko. Actually there. Back to Cresswell. Good ball by Rice. Lovely ball to Soufal. Wallace, first time. What a ball in header. Good save. It's offside anyway. Lovely ball by Rice to Soufal. Plays it in the first time. Good header by Full saves. It was offside. It was just in front. Good decision by Lino there. Good diving header. Good save by Crew actually.
Yeah, we're at the same speed now, mate. All good.
Oh, great. Nice one.
I'm trying to shut down everything I don't need.
Yeah.
That's down. That's there. So yeah, it's dropping it. So guys, apologies. There's going to be a lot of frame rate drop as a result of it, but it is what it is. I can't fix it in a minute. I shouldn't need to have to do this at all, to be honest with you. But it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Just the way it is, baby. Right, where is it? 51-56. So,
yeah, for about the same. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, good ball forward. Go on, Jared. Go on. Shoot. Oh, runs into traffic though.
Right. Guys are just saying you're in stereo. The reason being is because it's obviously the audio is actually coming through now. So now you should be all right now. Everything should be.
Great.
Yeah, Russ is being his usual helpful self by asking, "Are you on Mars?" There you go. Are you on Mars?
Oh yeah, of course. It's not as has made out to be in The Martian with Matt Damon.
Well, he's a bloody Martian on himself. But
I've just seen the scores, mate. Fucking Everton. That's a turn up for the books if they hold on to that lead against Leicester.
Yeah.
And Russ is giddy because obviously Arsenal winning 2-0.
Let me just try and sort that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so Puka was offside there. Bollocks of it, yeah.
Yeah, look way off from the in play.
Soufal taking the free kick over to Dawson to Rice, and then we got Fornells driving through.
Oh, good interception by Aaron's there.
Very perfectly timed. So there might be a reason yet why we never know. We might still, especially bearing in mind that with there it is. You never know that those rumours might start coming in again, mate. You never know. bringing in Max Aarons again.
Yeah, we'll see. As we said before the game, mate. The fucking right back is for once the least of our worries. I'd say going into next season.
Completely agreed, mate. Completely agreed. Let's just need to do a little bit of background. I don't know why it's all of a sudden it's jumping all over the place, but I need to sort some stuff out. Give me 2 seconds.
What's that you're drinking, mate?
Rattler. Very, very nice. Very, very nice cider. You get from Tesco's. Very, very nice.
Oh yeah, okay.
Unless you just realised I hadn't pulled I've been mucking around at half time. I didn't even realise I pulled my second pint.
Oh, good stuff, mate. Oh, Pookie with the chest. Cuts it back kick. Oh, Zuma didn't need to do that, mate. Bit of a cheap corner there.
Yeah, but at the same time, mate, it's better be safe than sorry, innit? Eh?
Well, no, 100%. It's just to see if with Pookie, obviously the goals he's got this season and last time Norwich were in the Prem, whether how well he'd do in a better side. Because I think he's quite. I was saying, I think the other day, like imagine he played in say Brighton's team. I don't think he suits Brighton's system at all because he doesn't have great speed. He's not dynamic in terms of his movement and stuff. So he wouldn't suit Brighton at all. But in terms of more the chances they create, imagine he played in a team that create a load of chances. I mean. He certainly knows where the goal is. I mean, his volley against Newcastle a few months ago was fucking sensational.
Unreal, mate. Absolutely unreal.
And to get double figures in a side like a bottom of the league, and probably will finish bottom. I think that's a really good effort.
Very, very good. He's a top player. He really is a top player. But again, he just needs. It's like with everybody. He just needs to be in the right team with the right ethos, really, more than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an unbelievable Norwich career. As I say, he was a bit of a journeyman before he joined Norwich, and he's turned into this goal scoring machine at Norwich. So fair play to him. Ben Rama, not a good cross. I was gonna say good cross. It's a terrible cross, actually.
Good block though. At the same point though, and now Norwich are now on the counter attack. So excuse me. And then back to Pookie. That's right, back to Crawl, I should say. Now the long ball.
I was going to say, well, Pookie's in goal now, is he? He's all over the place. Up front, he's back in the sticks. That's a lovely ball by Williams down the left-hand side. Ball comes in. Oh, good cross, but no one there. Well, Aaron Cresswell does fantastically there. What a composure personified. Had that one back to Fabianski in the goal.
So yeah, so come on, can we just see what Fabianski's going to be doing? Thank you very much, football director. Right, so Lanzini, mate, you know how much that pisses me off. We miss so much when they get the camera focused on somebody. Ridiculous. Right, so Soufal, great little deflection, deterrent style of football there. Just then, and then Nelson Dawson over to Zuma, and then it looks like Zuma's going to put it back to Dawson. Yep. Why not? We're 3-0 up. Keep the ball.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Easily played in. Right. Let me get these team sheets back up so I can see exactly who's who. Yeah. The only thing that I don't watch as much football as you do, mate. So I'm terrible at the opposition. I'll just go, yep, Norwich in attack.
Well, I think what I do, mate, is if it's the same, I'm not 100%, especially with the numbers obviously help, but if you don't recognise the player to the number, just have it on one tab with the BBC Sport.
That's what I've got up.
Or whatever.
That's what I've got up already, but it's difficult to watch this. Look at that. Look at the chat.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, you are right. Yeah, but I think certainly the premise, but when you're watching especially the European competition,
mate, that's easier.
That's
so much easier. That is so much easier because the grounds of the cameras are better and the lighting's better with the Champions League games. You can watch and you can tell everybody. Whereas this is massively. This is me getting massively technical now, but this is overly lit. So the cameraman needs to put his ND filter down a couple of notches. So you can actually see what's going on in terms of that. Because if you didn't like, that's what I'm saying. I know who all the footballers are because you can tell by their haircuts if you can't see their back, their numbers on the back. But yeah, so Zuma over to Dawson, and then down over to Soufal. Soufal on the charging run down the right hand side, keeps the ball nicely. Back to Dawson just in front of the halfway line. Now over to Lanzini. Back to Dawson from Bowen, by the looks of it. All over, a little bit of ambitious one, and it gets cleared easily by Aarons and back to Crawl, and Crawl with a daisy cutter roll into, I think it's Sorensen, by the looks of it. Running through. And now over to someone in midfield. So yeah, Norwich now on the attack. Ball up, but yeah, easily gathered by Fabianski. So looking at the okay, so we're just coming up to the hour mark. Looking at the possession, West Ham 59%. No, nothing's changed in terms of the stats for either side of shots.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I need to sort out a couple of things just really, really quickly.
Good crossfield ball to Ben. He's obviously on a hat trick now. It'd be begging Moyes not to sub him as he usually does. I don't think he'll be subbed today, mind. Be amazed if he gets subbed off today.
Absolutely.
Good ball for that. It was Lanzini, use the Yarmolenko. Ellsworth, get that one, hold that ball up. Back to Declan in the middle of the park. Stroking the ball around, such confidence. It makes it easy when there's no pressure on the ball. To be honest with you,
absolutely agree, mate.
That's a challenge by, I think it's Williams. Not for the first time, he's made another foul.
Yeah, he's a bit sloppy, that kid, isn't he? He really is. But at the same point, he's got some potential in there. That guy, you can see there is a player in there. Whether he's Premier League or Championship is another matter. But
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
there's definitely something about him. There's definitely something about him.
Well, in the games, from what I've seen at Norwich, I think when Williams has played better when he's played for Man United, actually, than he has for Norwich.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around. He should be excelling at Norwich rather than at United, but it's just one of them. It's hard with a side that are constantly up and down like a yo-yo. It must be difficult.
Apologies, guys, for not keeping up with the chat, but let's just see what everyone's been right. So we sorted that stuff out. So Russ says it's the usual Brendan Rodgers end of the season collapse. And Russ is saying you're ratless grumpy, you heathen. Well, for that matter. Gab says, even Pookie, can we buy someone this summer? We did talk about that. I wouldn't say no, man, to be honest with you. Which says Hammers need to repeat what they did in the first half. Absolutely agree with this as we're about to take the corner. Gab says it will be a bit harder without Antonio. Now he's subbed. You can see how much this man brings to the game. Absolutely agree with you, fella. 100%, Gabs. 100%. Even like we're talking at the start of this, mate. You know, just as the ball's in. Oh, well cleared. Oh, Dawson into the advertising board there. Ow. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's
he let that salmon to try and get his head on that ball.
Yeah, I was about to say he's doing an Ogbonna, doing a Bonner there, but yeah, because he's going full pelt as well for that matter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and obviously at Norwich it's quite a tight ground at Carrow Road, so the advertising balls are right next to the touchline, like the goal line.
Not even that, mate. It's just practically it's about 2 foot away from the back of the net, more than anything else.
Yeah. Nice. Mate, strong stuff, Craig Dawson.
Yeah.
So he's back on his feet. Yeah, ball was just in the replay. Comes in. What was that, handball?
You could argue because he's got his hand on. Yeah, and Yardy certainly is as well, for that matter, saying handball. You can argue that because he's got his hand on his shoulder as he's trying to get leverage and it bounces off it. So going to VAR to check it now.
Oh, were they?
Yep.
Oh yeah. And Robert Jones going over to the monitor?
Yeah.
So 99% of the time they change their decision and go with the VAR. So yeah, look, just sitting on the replay for his hands are in an unnatural position. Don't need to be up that high. So yeah, you can see why the ref missed it, because bodies all over the place, and it happened in a quick time. So can't blame the ref for missing it.
There we go. Yeah.
But yeah.
Goal kick.
Has it been given?
Been given, yeah.
Penalty kick. There we go.
So penalty kick, sorry, I should say. I was going to say goal kick.
Goal kick.
On goal, I should say. On goal.
Yeah, handball given, and got to say on the replay, that's not a great surprise.
That again, you can argue either way. I mean, the handball just it's not in an unnatural position because he's resting on the back of him and everything, but at the same point. Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, it looks clear. Every sorry, it is the midfielder Sorensen.
Lanzini taking the penalty. Lanzini taking the penalty.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Manu, get the score sheet, mate. He deserved a goal today. He's played really well.
4-0. 4-0.
Oh.
Camera's frozen for some stupid reason to add insult to injury.
Oh, lovely penalty. Nice composed in the bottom corner. 4-0.
I don't know why it's done that. There we go. Yeah, because I looked at it. I was about to say, right, I'm going to turn it off, and like, boom, camera straight back on. It listens to me. It listens to me. So yeah, it's a great taken penalty. Really, really is good. So composed to the bottom. It's every single time. What did I say? I always say with a penalty, if I haven't been fuffing about, then I said it on the other night as well, didn't I? Bottom left. All goalkeepers go to their right when the players go to their bottom left. Every single time.
Yeah, no, lovely penalty by Lanzini. He's scored a couple of pens this season. The home one against Chelsea was phenomenal. And his celebration against his shit house against Reece James, screaming in his face. that was even better. So
And
yeah,
right
nice
on
and
point,
close.
Richard. Yes, 4 more to go.
Well, that 8-0 was a bit of a outlandish prediction, but now that's
Yeah.
fucking. I think it's realistic now the way it's
Yeah,
going,
Gab,
and it's still 20. Well, still 25 minutes to go.
absolutely, mate. And Gabs is saying, bit harsh. Dawson missed it. Not sure if he did it. He did because of that hand. Well, it comes off his hand, so it's a deflection anyway, mate. But I know where you're going with it. But yeah, it's that's more of a handball than the Palace handball. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. I mean, if it was the other way around, we'd be screaming that's not a handball. Because again, it's ball to hand. He's not putting his hand up to get the ball. He's literally just holding on to Dawson. But any like we've talked about before, mate, any touch is a handball now, isn't it? So.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we'll take
Absolutely.
it. Just looking at the just looking at it as it stands. I mean, we're in a really good position because obviously, if we get a win, obviously we've got City. That's going to be difficult. But Brighton,
If
uh,
big if for that one.
but we've got a much better goal difference. Obviously, today's help with the 4 goals, and obviously, Man United conceded 4 goals yesterday to Brighton.
Exactly.
That's
So
really
Noble,
it's 1 goal difference in our favour.
Dawson's coming off and Noble's coming on. So that's
Dawson's been in the wars today.
literally the walls rather than the walls.
Yeah,
he's been brilliant as always. He really has been brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a surprise in any shape or form. So back 3, I guess. And
yeah, really solid from Dawson. Deserves a rest. And the skipper, it's his birthday today, isn't it, Mark
As
Noble?
just seen, put in the chat. Happy birthday, Mr. West Ham. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, perfect time for Mark to make another West Ham appearance. 4-0 up in the sunshine. Can't fucking beat it, mate.
Okay, so Norwich back in possession, taking that that kick, and now they're just piddling around. Honestly, this does genuinely look like a side that is resigned to being relegated, doesn't it?
Spot on, mate. I totally agree. Yeah, just having
they're having good attacks and stuff, but they're just pissing around with the ball for way too much. And just look at this attack here. Just it's brilliantly worked, very very well worked. Is trying to get the ball up to Pookie, but it just doesn't look like there's any urgency behind it. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying this purely as a football fan. Regardless of being a West Ham supporter, it's it's obviously in massive benefit for us. But as a football fan, that's if I was a Norwich supporter, I'd be no wonder there was boos at half time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think it's off the ball as well. The amount of space that they're giving our players, which is fine for us, obviously, but like it's just making it too easy.
Exactly, and
too much space, giving players time on the ball. You give top good players time on the ball. Doesn't matter what league, they're going to absolutely punish it. And obviously, that's what we've done with the 4 goals.
Absolutely, mate. And Gabs is saying birthday party on JPWHU TV. Well, it's a great present for Noble. These 3 points we've got so far, but don't rule it out. It could like mate, as you were saying earlier, mate. With the goal differences, this could be very very key because we'll say with 3 points behind United, 10 goals on top of them. If United lose. Because obviously, like you said at the start of it, we've still got a game in hand. Granted, the two games in hand aren't that we've got in comparison to their 1 isn't exactly brilliant. But at the same point, Man United have got who have they got? They got
Palace, is it? Crystal Palace.
Sounds about right. I'm just looking through. Where are we? When do they play their catch up? Actually, where is it? Doesn't look like.
Must be the last day of the season, then I take it.
Yeah, it's looking like it is actually, mate. Yeah. Man United play Crystal Palace away. Yeah.
Crystal Palace. Yeah. Well, that'd be tough.
Yeah. When we've got Brighton, so yeah, it's gonna be very very tricky for them. So potentially, if we can get a draw out of that, and they lose that, it's still European football at the end of the day. Still European football. But obviously,
cross the back. Cresswell. That was a chance.
Yeah,
4 nails.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. Just let me try and. I think my computer's been very sneaky and not notified me that it's been.
It's good play. Burren with the ball to the back post. Cresswell's well onside.
Here we go. I'm
And
back,
nice
back
cutback.
up to date now. So Yardy says Norwich, laugh out loud. We'll be back in the Premier League next season. Also, Watford, they are yo-yo clubs. Yeah, two of them are. Scroll with the long ball. And I'm not really sure what and Zuma was trying to do there, to be honest with you, but taking them out, and now Norwich is showing a bit more life. Spacing again, West Ham. Come on. Ball and straight at Fabianski, mind, but yeah, not the best of tries there. I mean, it's just I get it because obviously we've got Noble on the pitch, and I'm guessing Rice is falling into the back four by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's right.
So I can get it, but at the same point that we shouldn't give them that amount of space. I mean, how many times have we talked about spacing, especially when it comes to the midfield to defence? It really is bad. Yardy's saying Dex plays centre back. We've got to keep Declan to build around him. Completely agree. He's not going anywhere. He's pledged him, as I've been saying all bloody season. Granted, Yardy, this is the first time you've been on the channel, but I've been saying for the last 2 years he's going absolutely nowhere, and he's committed his future once again. So next summer is going to be the more interesting thing. What happens with him, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. Soufal did well to win that one. He won't get the headlines today, Soufal, but I think he's played very well.
He's had a blinder. He really has had a very, very good week. Really good week of football.
The cameras just panning to the glum Norwich fans.
Norwich City, Norwich City. Honestly, there's a few. There's a few sitting in the crowd like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I like.
to be fair, JP, at least they're still there, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. It could have been empty. It could be empty. Whereas there is, as you can see from the, starting to get empty that quadrant up in the corner there. But Zuma back on the ball now. Over to Rice. Yardy says, "I hope you're right, mate." It's been confirmed. He's going absolutely nowhere. Everybody keeps saying it. The only people that don't say it are the pundits. So listen to people actually who are in the know rather than Sky Sports and Talk Sport. Gav says, talking about parties, any subs meet up planned at the end of the season, John? Well, I'm not going to be at Brighton, mate, so it's going to be a bit irrelevant. Oof. Nice try.
Go on.
Nice try, Benny. Nice try.
I think it probably means in the summer, mate, when the season's finished.
Yeah, well, it could very potentially sort something out. Depends on what happens, to be honest with you. But
well done by 4 nails there.
Yeah. All in. No. And we get a corner out of that.
Yeah, corner. Yeah.
Benrahma again. It's the second time he's holding his ankle.
Be a bit of a weird summer because obviously there's no World Cup or Euros.
No, I know that's the thing, mate. Because that's end of November, isn't it, this year?
Yeah, in November, December. Yes, that'd be a bit of a strange one.
So yeah, we could sort something out. I haven't got the budget that Hammerschat do, so I can't book anywhere.
just meet up somewhere, yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll try to sort something out last summer, and we weren't able to arrange it. But we're sure something will be able to get done. But as I say, with the not being paid from YouTube for the last 2 or 3 months doesn't exactly help matters. I mean, I'll get close to fuck all from it anyway, but it doesn't help when you're trying to plan things, and just as the stream freezes again. Thank you very much. Honestly, man, if you were sitting there, you'd think I've got a bloody desk fan going. It's the computer's that active. Never used to be like that. Just it was gone mental all of a sudden. But it's probably like you say because I'm using all three screens. Which is probably what's doing it. So now, what? How have you gone back in time? This is 74 and 6 minutes, 6 seconds. Whereas like it's gone back in time. How has this stream gone back in time?
It's
catching up with itself. It's literally like it's at 74:20 and it's like almost like 75 minutes here. What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on?
It looks like Vlasic is going to come on, mate.
Yeah. So maybe I am up to date after all. It's just here we go. Stammering again. Oh, this is why I really prefer using my streaming service when it works, because you don't get this bollocks. Come on, come on. Where is it going to be up to date now? There we go. That's better. That's better. 26. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it.
Yeah, Vlasic's come off for Ben Rama. I think Ben Rama got injured in that challenge when he was through on goal.
Yeah, definitely, because
that's
yeah,
a shame.
because obviously that was his ankle that he was holding a couple of times. Corner in, and ball cleared by Norwich. Dufal with a great challenge in there. Rice, zoom up over to Creswell. Fornells. Vlasic holding his ground. Freezing again! Oh!
Yeah, mine is as well.
Oh, you're such a... Honestly. Oh, there we go. It's the yeah. Yeah, it's gone back in time again. There's obviously something going on with their servers. Or maybe they haven't hit their quota of the amount of adverts that popped up this last half hour. Where is 602? Yep, still 30 seconds behind where he originally was. Come on, what is going on? Don't care about bloody talk. Come on. Black screen. There we go. Here we go. This 73. Not 7712. All right, yeah, there we go. So, yeah. That amount of bloody resets, man. Honestly, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm going to have to try mine again now. I think I'm back. Was I up to date? Yeah, I think I'm back up. Yeah, 7720 I'm on now.
Yeah, 70 and 30 now. So, yeah. Yardy says, I can't stand the greedy 6 or Sky Sports 6 and these hating pundits. They just tell what everyone, they see what people talk about on Twitter and they talk about it. That's what they do. Genuinely, it's what they do. It's boring after a while. Yes. Sky Sports sources understands, aka what ex-West Ham employee has tweeted an hour ago.
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Oh, nice movement by Vlasic there. Very, very good play from him. Very good play. So yeah, Newcastle. This is how irritated I am, man. My brain's not kicking in properly. It really is how stressed out I am by trying to sort all this shit out. But we'll get there.
Nah, it's all good,
it's only taken me 18 months to get guests back on the channel.
Just on Vlasic, though, man, what would you do with him? Would you keep him this summer?
Would
you give him another season?
One more season. We cannot afford to get rid of anybody in midfield. We really can't. In more ways than one, not just financially, but in just every single way. We can't afford to do it. I mean, I've been singing his praises, and he's one of the few disappointments this season, but only because he's got such potential. Such potential. He's just not making himself the player that we all see by the looks of things. What about you, mate?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely keep him. You know, it's very hard to judge a player where the amount of games he's had from the start. I mean, it's...
Well, how many starts has he had? 12, if that?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, I think in the league probably about 6, I think, and then probably a couple in the Europa League. Yeah. So not a huge amount. So it's very hard. And plus, I think he's had a couple of niggles, like injury problems. So yeah, I think I'd certainly give him another season.
Completely, mate. But anyway, so we're back to game. Dufal. And over to Noble. Zuma. Vlasic. He can make good runs. It's just, and he's getting himself out of trouble there, but I don't know, it's that missing edge. It really is a missing edge with him. It really is. Yardy's asking the question, Europa doesn't have a match for third place before they... Are you asking 3 positions in for Europa? If so, then yes, because you got 2.
Oh no! I think he's asked about third place in terms of, like World Cup and Euros have a third place playoff kind of like who's third, fourth place kind of thing. So, but no, the Europa League doesn't have that.
Yeah, no, that's what you're thinking of. That's the Nations League. That's how the Nations League friendlies. That's how teams get into Europes and World Cups off the back of it.
But yeah, and just in World Cups, obviously they have the final, but then they third, fourth place game as well, don't they? I think that's what he's asking about. But
the
Europa League
playoff
doesn't have
places.
that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Europa League doesn't have that, or Champions League.
No. Well, it would be irrelevant anyway because we didn't get the final. you can only do it by getting to the final. That's the thing, or at least losing out in the semi, which we did. But it's only if a semi is like it's way too complicated to go into now. But the short answer, no, it isn't available. And Gabs is saying, not sure about Vlasic. He's too basic across so far. Basic crosses, do you mean? Rather than being basic across?
Yeah, probably across the season.
Yeah, but again, it's what we were talking about earlier. It's just down to the fact that he hasn't had the starts. You can't criticize a player for not playing enough because he's not been given the opportunity to play enough. But I agree, Grabs. That's what I'm saying about. That's what it is. That's where we're going with it. Yeah. Nah, too basic across the season. Yeah. All right. So now Norwich have seemed to be a little bit more awake in this second half because they're playing a bit more better football, and this was just seeing Lanzini getting fouled there. But their attacking style is much more akin to how we were in the first half. Just as it freezes again.
Yeah, with just the lack of, but without the lack of shots compared to us. But I think the only bad, thing that's happened today is the injuries we've had with the 3 subs.
Yes.
I think that's the only blight on today's game. I'd say. Hopefully they're just knocks and they'll be back available for selection for the Man City game.
You see, this is the thing because the players have got a week to rest now, so that's very, very good from that side of things.
Yeah, 100%. So hopefully they'll all 3 be available for selection.
Yeah, so let's try and get this clock back. Let's get the string back up to normal time. No, still 20 seconds behind. It's always when we've got bloody opportunities as well. Like for example, this is free kick. I'm gonna because it was 8 seconds behind at the minute, but just gonna see what happens to this free kick. Well taken, but yeah, over the bar.
I'm slightly behind now. I know where it's going, judging what you've said. How far over is what I'm more interested in. Gilmore to take it. Oh yeah, comfortably over.
Get up to speed. Come on. I don't know why my computer's like this all of a sudden. The RAM is big enough. Got bloody enough RAM to power half the planet going on in there, but I'm just going to pause it for a minute and just get it up so I get the clocks up to the same time. So 8:33:50. Let's just get this up to so Zuma running through. Nice ball over to Bowen. Too foul. Looks like Noble. Oh shit. Yeah, there you go. For Rice, Zuma, no ball over to find Dufal. So it looks like Noble and Rice are sitting in the back 4. By the looks of it, permanently.
Mark's just getting his deck chair out. It's so easy for him.
Exactly. He's like, I can do this for another season. It's fine. It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Oh yes, yeah. Can we play you every week? Can we play you every week? Oh, he's Pookie. Oh, good effort. Just goes wide.
And again. Pookie's not happy with that decision, whatever way that's just gone, because it's frozen once again.
Yeah, I could just see his arms at the moment.
almost like he head butted the floor. He was that angry.
What's he? Can you see what he's complaining about?
No idea, mate. It's all for it. I'm now 40
Oh,
seconds. I'm 40 seconds behind, so I might be able to see it now. Ooh. I think he's claiming a corner. I think. By the looks of it, I think he's claiming a corner. Oh, why is it stuttering? It's not really not that bad. The connection's not that bad here. Honestly, let's have a look. Yeah, I can't tell you, mate, because it's buffering every 3 seconds now.
Yeah, yeah. They're just showing the replay, but
It looks like he was asking for a corner. It really does, because it looks like it did get a slight touch, but we're talking millimeters, absolute millimeters, and I can't. Hang on, let me just stop this clock, 'cause I can't get past this fucking bit of Pookie having a whinge. Honestly, I can't get past this. Oh, yep, now. Right, still like 30 seconds behind the clock, but I'll unpause it once we get to that ticker. What time are you on, Bill?
I'm on 85.25 now.
Yeah, well, I'm 8 seconds ahead, but it's still slower than it should be because the clock is running at permanent.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, God's sake, come on. So yeah. So it looks like it's just one of those weekends, mate, where all the streams aren't working all that well.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. At least we've only got 4 minutes left and stoppage time.
Exactly.
But yeah, nice and comfortable for West Ham today. To be honest, obviously we were hoping it'd be an easy game, but with obviously what happened and the travel on Thursday, but no, it's been a serene and a good performance as well. We've played well, but Norwich have made it easy for us. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. Okay, so the clock is now back in sync. There we go. So yeah. Apologies for the drop frames, guys, but it's understandable. Bearing in mind I've got like 7 or 8 things. Bloody thing! Honestly. Jesus Christ almighty. This website was so good in the first half. It really, really was. It was running perfectly. And now all of a sudden it's just gone bonkers. Yeah, it's still all right, now it's caught up with itself. So you might want to try and refresh it, Bill, because I'm now like 88 odd minutes now.
I'll just okay. Oh, hang on. What am I on now?
Yeah,
88:30 now.
Yeah, around about this. Yeah, so 8:30 here. So yeah, only a few seconds in it. So yeah, so there we go. So yeah, so Fabianski with the clearance over to Zuma. Back to Zuma from Lanzini. No, it wasn't Lanzini, was it? No, so anyway, so Noble to Rice. Sorry, Bowen to Rice, I should say. Oh, nice ball. Nice ball. Unreal. Cornels. Yeah. It's like watching a flicker book, mate. It's ridiculous. It's every few seconds now. It's pathetic. Rice.
Well, Leeds have pulled the goal back against Arsenal. And Leeds down to 10 minutes. I didn't realise that. And Everton's still 2-1 up against Leicester. It's a huge result if they can hold on to that.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Just drags Burnley further in it, doesn't it? Unfortunately.
And Leeds.
Oh, Pookie's 1-on-1 with Fabianski. Oh, great save.
Oh.
Great save.
Oh, good save. Good save. Come flying over his off his line there, Fabianski.
Had no choice, mate. You look at the movement between Rice and Zuma. Rice is arguing why is that happening, and Zuma's too slow. Rice did the right thing, did the overlap perfectly right, but yeah, there's questions about that defence again. Really is.
Yeah, just open up there, but yeah, Fabianski did well there, and punches clear from the resulting
So
corner.
again, three minutes of added time.
Oh, Norwich they just want to get out of there, don't they?
Completely
They
agree.
want this 3 minutes to go to fly by. Well, who's your man of the match then, mate?
It's hard to answer that, mate, to be fair, because I've hardly seen in this fucking game consistently to be able to answer. But
Well, I'll tell you what, who's not man of the match? It's the fucking feed. Is not the man of the
absolutely
match.
agreed.
The buffering.
Yeah.
On Vlasic with a shot, that's what comfortably saved.
But yeah, it's to be honest with you, man, I was just like, I know probably because we're probably going to give it to either Ben Rama or Bowen, I reckon, out of the two. I'd probably say, well, bearing in mind, yeah, no, I can't really use that either. I'd say probably Bowen for me. I think Bowen. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think I'd probably give it a Ben Rama. I think with the 2 goals, but I think his general play was really good as well.
It's been much better
but
than it has been. 100%.
yeah,
Completely
yeah,
agree with that.
but yeah, I think everyone's put in a real shift and played well. I think Soufal, I think he's played really, really well. Carried on his form, as you say, from the Frankfurt game on the Thursday. Defense looks solid. Fabianski's played well today. Yeah, it's been a good team performance. So I think Ben Rama's been the standout for me.
I mean, you just know that Rice is going to get man of the match again for most of the fan base, because it's, you know, he's almost turning into that. He's almost becoming like Scott Parker when we got relegated. You know what I mean? It was just like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He gets 7s and 8s every single game, but it just kind of it just seems to be it kind of. I don't know. Maybe because a lot of people wrote him off, and now they're trying to recap that. You know, it's just because a lot of people said, "Oh, you know, he's still shit," blah 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 blah, but he doesn't do what he should be doing. Doesn't score enough goals. Meh, 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 meh.
That's I think that's other fans that are saying that crap.
Yeah.
Innit?
Well, mate, there's some people in our circle of friends that have been saying he doesn't score enough goals. But he's not designed for that.
But I think like not everyone like how many goals did Michael Carrick score in his career?
Exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean? He was still phenomenal playing Pirlo and players like that. So no, it's just the FIFA generation. Everyone expects midfielders to score goals. It doesn't work like that.
I mean, they're there to set them up. They're not there to score them. Especially with somebody of Rice. Oh, was that? Yeah. Okay, back to normal now. Well, almost. But yeah, no, it's been a difficult one to call, to be honest with you, because I say Soufal is brilliant, and that's it. Game over, and
it's all over. There we go. Well, what comfortable win that was.
Wish the viewing experience was just as comfortable, but yeah, no. So yeah, it was good that I'm glad we finished it just at this point, because this is where I wanted to try and go with it anyway. It's a good way of talking about things, because there isn't anybody that's really had that bad of a game. You know, you could argue from one point of view that, Lanzini's done phenomenally well again.
He played well.
Creswell's has put in a good performance. There isn't anybody really that hasn't. I mean, I say questioning around some of the defensive movements of Zuma for a couple of times, not just that Pookie run we just saw a few minutes ago. But yeah, and I hate to single anybody out here, but Gabs is saying exactly what I'm saying here. So he's literally saying, got to consider Dex regardless. He put a great amount of work in every game he's played this season. Yeah, but it's not. It's the way that I look at it is it's more than putting the work rate in, because otherwise, if you talk about work rate, you give him Fornell's man of the match pretty much every other game. Do you know what I mean? It's more of that. I get it. I get why Gabs is saying it, and I'm not disagreeing. It's just the fact that it's not. We can't have that level of thought around at the same point, because because of how well Rice plays, you're overlooking other players that are playing very well at the same point, and it's very, very. And I hate to say it, but it is quite, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's quite fashionable to award it to Rice in the way that because he's such a good player, in the way that we were awarding it to Scott Parker every week when in the season we got relegated. Bill, you still with us?
Yeah, sorry, mate. So I was just scroll through Twitter quickly. Yeah,
but that's what that's.
I haven't frozen up the feed. Don't worry.
But yeah, no, it's honest. But that's what I'm saying. It seems to be the more fashionable thing to award it to Rice every game because it's because of how good of
Yeah.
a player is. Like you're saying, Michael Carrick was very overlooked, and yet now look 7 or 8 years from now we may be looking at we might be saying, oh, actually no, Fornals was better than we thought he was. Vlasic might be better than we thought he was at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But it's we play well. As we say, it's hard to say man of match for certain because we're a load of players putting in some really good performances. So, albeit we have to put it a little bit in perspective. It is against Norwich, who are bottom of the league, but they played like that. They had nothing to play for. They played really poorly, left us too many spaces in midfield, and our players with exploited it and getting an early goal after like 12 minutes. I think that honestly, I think when the first goal went in, I thought it was game over, mate. I won't lie to you.
I know, didn't see it. I know what you mean, though.
But regardless, it's an early goal that early. I think once that went in, it was like, well, it's how many we're going to score today. That's how it proves.
And Russ come back for the glory. Well done, lads. Thank you, mate. But yeah, it puts us in very, very good stead for the next couple of games. And to be honest with you, they're probably the hardest we're going to see for out of the season. So, because obviously, like we're saying, like City at home, Brighton. I'm glad we broke their duck because they hadn't won at home since Boxing Day.
We've got to break our own duck against them eventually.
Mate, it's been a fucking decade. Seriously, it's been a decade.
Yeah,
because I know they've only been in the league for like 4 or 5 years now, 4 or 5 seasons, I should say. But we haven't beaten them since that was at 5-1 drubbing at home in the Championship with Vazte's hat trick. It was just it's been irritating. But as angry as this sorting this stuff out today has made me, and I believe I'm going to have words with my stream company when we get off of this, because I asked them about what the hell's going on. He didn't respond to my message. But yeah, it's been brilliant. Thank you very much to everybody that stuck with us. There's still a little tweaks here and there that I still need to do, but it works. Things are working. It's all good. We got everything's up to date now, and so yeah, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Bill, any final thoughts other than what we just talked about?
No, thanks for having us on, mate. And it's a comfortable win that sets us up for Man City at home. Obviously, Mark Noble's last home game, so that'll be emotional.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. Gabs says to come back to what we were talking about. It's the truth. Standout player for me today was Bowen. Completely agreed. Good job, lads. Thank you very much, mate. And thanks, Yardy. Yardy, mate. Thank you very much. If you haven't already done so, mate, you want to see more of this stuff, then by all means, please do hit the subscribe button, and more importantly, set your notification bell to all. Everybody do that so you get to know when content's going up, as well as live streams as well. So obviously, we've got a bit of a break now, which is fantastic. The preview for Man City, because we can now revert back to normal. Now we haven't got any European football to interfere with our schedule. As great as it's been, I'm just being flippant. I loved it. It's been brilliant. But yeah, so for the Patreons, guys, keep an eye out for the polls. There's more polls coming up. And the Man City preview will be available on Wednesday and available on YouTube on Thursday as normal. The only reason why the previews are going up on Friday was because we were playing on a Thursday night. There's no real point doing a preview when you don't know everything in terms of player availability. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Well, your Sunday, I should say, because I still can't get used to this. As we were playing games on Sundays normally. But it's the end of the season is looking very, very tasty at either side of the table. Especially bearing in mind we've got 2 teams who are already relegated. There's still 1/3 club to find out. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate. Hang on, where's my mouse gone? There we go. Thank you, Yardy. Much appreciated, fella. Because there's more to come on the So yeah, the next live watch along will be the Brighton away game. Hopefully everything will be working properly by then. But touch wood and all that. But yeah. In the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll see you soon. I might be doing a video during the week to just to pad it out a little bit. But in the meantime, guys, I say take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. All the best.